what's a boy to do? When you tell your tale and it never fails, it just end up feeling bad for you. With your hangdog eyes, you can bring me down. Now I'm wrapped around your whole hand, stop looking so surprised. Make it easy. Make it easy. I've been burned before. You're not fooling me. There's no mystery. You've forgotten what you're hiding for. Call it self-defense. You can obfuscate and manipulate, but it's only at your own expense. You make it easy. Make it easy. Easy to obey, easy to be with you at the end of the day. Easy to be with you, easy to betray, easy to be with you, you wanna walk away. It's easy. Look what you have done. I can do the same. Two can play this game. You'll no longer be the only one. To make it easy. Make it I told you Bare Naked Ladies was my favorite band. I even know about the bathroom sessions, dog. Which I'm hoping are royalty free, although I'm assuming that's the point. Take it slow. This is a good one. Okay, looks like it works just fine. Alright, no problem so far, so let's let it ride. We got at least another 5 minutes before, well, actually, technically 5 minutes and a half hour before anything actually supposed to happen. Hey, Larry! No, I did not. Yes, I got a haircut and I became a completely different person called Stephen Page. Yes, Larry. Just playing something while I get ready.
It was an upset in 2 minutes flat. We're
Back on the freeway, to the max. Can't understand it.
We had
It's
it down.
down pat.
It's
Very
very
upsetting.
Could we
Leave it at that.
We all
And
had
as
positions.
positions,
We
just
each had
had
a
a
role.
roll.
We don't
Never rehearse it.
We
Had full control.
They
Can't teach you acting. It's there in your soul.
It's the
Same
same
bank job. Anything we stole.
So
I don't need attitude. We know just what to do. We all need our best now. We all need to rest now. Be alone. Wait by the phone. I was the driver. Okay, I'm not gonna sing this whole song. It's a good song, so I love it.
had the last word. Go or no go. I knew every line.
Obviously, I know the lyrics. Ontario. Yeah.
But it's not what you're sure of, it's what you don't know. It should have been filled with the usual ones, throwing their cash in the mutual funds. We all had our ski masks and sawed-off shotguns.
But how do you plan for a bank full of nuns?
Well, I guess we panicked. We all have taboos, and they were like zebras. They
Had us confused.
We
Should be in condos. Oceanfront views. I guess I am singing it. Everyone else wanted.
on the 6
o'clock news.
So
I don't need attitude. Gosh darn it, I'm supposed to be getting ready for the stream.
what to do. We all did our best now. We all need to rest now. Leave me alone.
By the way, could you wait by the phone?
Inside the police car, you tried to explain your crisis of conscience, the voice in your brain. And now that the whole
Oh,
thing
things.
has gone down the drain, I think we all know
Who to show the
lane. 'Cause you made a choice there, almost sublime. I'm all for compassion.
but not on my dime.
You look like an amateur, and that's a real crime. So I'll take a walk now, and you do the time. And I don't need attitude, 'cause you do just what to do. We all did our best now, we all need to rest now. Leave me alone, there's no need to phone. We all did our best now. We all need to rest now. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Thank you, Stephen Page. You are an actual Chad. Your birth name is Stephen, but your internet name is Chad. Dude, when all of the people, when everybody was getting on, ripping off bare naked ladies online, basically what happened was Stephen Page went, I got this, and he made bathroom sessions that are royalty free. And it's just him singing the songs in a bathroom. It's brilliant. What a great way to allow people to reference your songs, but also not, steal money from you. It's great. It's brilliant. It's one of the reasons I love this band. Well, I think more so that maybe I just have a man crush on Stephen Page. I don't know. Anyway, we're at 2:00 now. Let's see. Yeah, speakers on. Oh no, you guys can hear my dumb words. I mean, I don't feel any reason to get more ready. That was pretty hype. Although I do kind of want to try out this new system I got going. Hang on, let me see if I can find a video that I would like to watch that I can just use in this like starting soon screen format. Okay, I know there's something going on with Skibidi Toilet. And apparently Skibidi Toilet is ending, but I don't know. Pyro says a lot of things. Pyrocynical. So, I don't know. Alright, I guess I'm gonna watch that. Well, after this ad plays out. I'm gonna watch that just to give other people a chance to hop on. Oh, by the way, speaking of people with weird haircuts, yeah, let's watch just a quick Pyrocynical video. It's only 12 minutes, so that's fine. It's fine. That's enough time to let somebody else jump on at the last minute. If hang on, gotta go through. Oh, shoot. I don't even have my webcam on yet. Yeah, I got... Well, actually, no, that's the point. The point is that I'm getting ready. I had slightly more caffeinated coffee than usual. So, forgiveness might be necessary. But anyway, yeah, just before I get started, let's go ahead and see what Pyrocynical has to say about Skibidi Toilet. Normally, I wouldn't do that. I try to be a little bit picky about the, like, YouTuber creators that I share on my streams, because that can always be really sensitive to people. Like, oh, you watch this guy? Oh, well, you must be a horrible camper. It just, so I try not to, but this is a little bit relevant because I love Skibidi Toilet so much, and I would have streamed it on here watching it, but unfortunately the song is copywritten, and I don't know how the original creator got around that. I am not big enough of a YouTuber to get around that.
I don't know about you, but I love Skibidi Toilet. I love to sit down every morning of every day and watch the latest upload of Skibidi
Yo!
I don't know about you, but I love Skibidi Toilet. I love to sit down every morning of every day and watch the...
Cool! You know about this creator. Okay, I'm gonna reference that after this.
latest upload of Skibidi Toilet. Believe me when I say, when I pass away from this earth into the realms beyond, I want on my headstone Skibidi Toilet. Now, I'm sure you're aware of the Skibidi Toilet trend. Many people have many different opinions. Some people herald it as like the second coming of Christ, that it is absolute cinema, and it is basically just a matter of time before A24 pick up the rights to produce their own film on it. And believe me when I say, when A24 get the rights to it, it will be a slow, bone-chilling thriller with absolutely no jump scares. And then you have the other group of people that think it is the single worst thing to ever occur, and it's basically ruined everyone's childhood growing up on YouTube right now. Now, honestly,
Those people are what we call buzzkills.
I don't really understand the problem with Skibidi Toilet. I mean, it is literal toilet humor because, you know, it is heads coming
What?
out of toilets. I think if anything, when I was a kid growing up on YouTube, the stuff I grew up with was just as ridiculous. I've already mentioned it in previous videos, talking about how you had the Gmod Idiot Box by Das Bullshit.
Exactly! Yo! Who remembers this shit? Das Bullshit, Kitty 0706, the real OGs. Kitty 0706. You know what? Hang on. I want to bring up my camera for this one. Kitty 0706, we miss you. You were one of the greats, man.
Going back on
I
that,
mean, I
right
still
now,
like
that
him too,
was
but it's
genuinely
like,
just the
man,
equivalent of loud
Kitty
equals
was
funny. But I
taking-
guess you could argue there was a little bit more substance there. There was different skits, different jokes, as opposed to just toilet. Now,
taken
bigger
to
toilet.
from us way
now
too
there's a
far.
guy with a
It's too
TV on his
early.
head.
Way
Oh my
too
god,
early.
cynical reference. Oh my god, look, he's got a camera on his head as well. Oh my god, that's so epic. Now, if you don't know what
What?
Skibidi Toilet is, and I've just gone on this weird tangent, and for some reason you're still here, despite not knowing anything I'm talking about, welcome to the Pyro Live channel. We upload content like this every single day. Skibidi Toilet is what happens when you nostalgia bait the Half-Life 2 community, Gary's Mod community, Source Filmmaker community, and then game the YouTube Shorts algorithm to get yourself tens and hundreds of millions of views. So if you've seen one Skibidi Toilet, you've basically seen them all. Essentially, it's basically this ongoing war.
Hey, now hang on a minute there, my guy. Hang on. I don't think that's entirely true. There is an ongoing story there. Nebulous, yes, but it's there.
Between these toilets that have human heads. If these heads
You do
look
not get the
recognizable to
same
you, that's because they're
experience
taken
from
straight
just
from
watching
Half-Life
one
2.
video.
That is very important, by the way. I'm going to get into that later. And every single one of these videos features a mashup of two different songs. The original song, Give It To Me, that was like basically viral all over TikTok. And then the remix of a song.
Okay, well, that makes me feel a lot better right there. Even he can't play them due to copyright. So how the hell is this guy getting away with it?
That is literally called Skibidi Bop Yes Yes. Now I actually
Give it
saw
bop
the
bop
original
the
Skibidi Bop Yes Yes remix. It was like this fat guy just, like dancing around, and his belly was so fat it would literally just jiggle like this, like right in front of him. This is it, by the way. This was his entire unfortunately, so like it won't work for me, but you can imagine. So he basically, I put a pillow underneath myself for like, you know, dramatic recreation. But all he would do is basically just stand around outside and then do this. That was it. And because there is literally nothing going on in countries like that, that got him, like, it made him famous overnight.
Why is Nick Avocado in this video?
One thing I've noticed with that kind of large guy is the fact how whenever he's collabing with someone like a restaurant or something, he's there doing the dance.
I
then
would
the
say
guy
that that's
who's,
mean
like,
if he
serving
wasn't
the
a
food,
horrible
could be the restaurant
person.
owner or manager. He looks like he's got a literal gun to his head because they all just serve the food and they're like,
It's mean to the person. Or is it?
So their family's going to be executed if they don't join in with the funny fat man. So now you know the law of Skibbity Toilet, and because it got posted to YouTube Shorts, and YouTube Shorts promote literally anything because they really,
I learned
really
something
want to compete
today,
with TikTok.
and then I
Like,
feel
for
like I
example, posted
unlearned
the occasional
something.
YouTube Short on this channel, and despite it taking like 5 minutes to make, completely low effort, I mean, somehow even less effort than this channel, some of them would still get millions and millions of views because YouTube is so rent-free about promoting shorts because, you know, they want to compete with
Hey,
TikTok.
I have to draw
That's
my
why
own
you'll
title
also see a lot
card,
of
so
YouTubers posting
shut your
their
mouth,
analytics
Mr.
being like, yeah, I'm
Mr.
a
I
10k
have
sub
money.
channel. I actually got 100 million
Embrace the excitement.
Shut up, Ram!
Nowadays.
views this month. And then they, you know, they'll
Hey, you know something really nice that I've noticed? Just real quick. If you use the Opera GX picture-in-picture, for some reason, the skip ad button shows up almost immediately. You just have to have fast enough reflexes to get it. I don't know what that is. I feel like it's a mistake. Take advantage of that. It's actually quite... It's been very useful for me as a streamer. Well, an attempted streamer. What the fuck is going on? Well, who's calling me? Unknown by unknown. Okay, let's see who this is. Hello? Hi, unknown. Hi, Elena from AT&T Wireless. How are you? You doing well? Mm-hmm. Yeah, continue. Oh, wait, actually, hang on. Continue.
In America, the future belongs.
Congratulations, that was the sound check. So, that one person that interrupted the stream made that happen. Darn, if only I got that person to the speaker before they figured out that I was trolling them. That would have been awesome. Dang it. Anyway, you know what? Whoops, I still have the preview on for when I was checking the sound. Anyway, I'm just going to turn my phone off. Oh my god, Xbox, if you tell me about Starfield one more time, I'm going to murder a star for fun! And I'll put it in a field. Because, I don't know. Somehow I feel like that would insult you. Ugh, tired of hearing about that game. Gosh darn it. I don't care. Anyway, time to move on, I suppose. At least after I pee. Because after that, oh, wait. I'll just start what happened. So I could go take a pee. Everybody can just... what... Oh, Larry, what game are you most looking forward to? Hmm. See, that's a difficult question for me because I'm always on the lookout for something new. Like one of my favorite games in the past 5 years has been, in fact, most of the games that I've been really enjoying are from New Blood and Dread X, or Dread XP, however they like to call their company. Like a Dread Delusion. My guy, I'm looking forward to Dread. Ooh, there's a couple of updates. I'm looking forward to the Halloween update, the Halloween event for Guild Wars 2. How about that? I think the game that I'm probably the most married to these days is Guild Wars 2. It's a great time sink. It's a nice place to let your thoughts wander. You don't really. It's not as demanding as other MMOs. It's a great little place to wander around, explore, and see what the haps is, and maybe make a friend or two. But I haven't kept up. I am the worst person at keeping up with whatever the newest game is, or whatever the newest thing is. I normally hear about that at the end of the week with my friends. Anyway, let's get rid of some of this stuff going on here. All right, there I am. Although I am going to go. Oh, geez, this angle is awful. Okay, yeah, you can see my closet and all that. Yeah, there you go. Now you can pretend that I'm not a total mess. I I don't know. I like this one game that I've been seeing lately called Sticky Business. That one looks cute. I want to get that. There's a number of indie games that I've been keeping my eye on, but I just don't keep up with the big mainstream stuff unless it's something like I mean, even Bethesda has been letting me down recently, to be perfectly honest. And that was one of the last big publishers that I had any wide-eyed look towards. Anyway, let's actually set this up so that I can go take a piss in confidence. Yeah, this is a decent angle for the camera. It looks like I have a bunch of gamer stuff. Look how much of a gamer I am, even though most of that is just weird collectibles that I got from conventions and a Tiger Electronic and posters from old PS2 games. Looks good in the thumbnail, though. For me, I'm looking forward... Larry. Larry Fart Bubbler. I haven't said your full name in a while. For me, I'm looking forward to a game from the original creator of BioShock. It's called Judas. Really, just straight up Judas. Coming next year. Okay, I might look into that, just based on the fact that it has such a bold name. I bet it does. And yeah, I'm just still, yeah, you know what, can, I'll set that up just real quick.
Recently, and
Shut up, Ryan Reynolds. I don't normally tell you that, but shut up. About your fucking mobile company. I don't know why you even did that. Okay, well, you did that instead of buying an NFT. How about that? That's fine. Wait, oh, this is from like 10 months ago. See what I'm talking about? I'm always behind on this shit. Always. Most of the time I get the updates on cool stuff from my friends at the end of the week. Literally. But anyway, let me just get this set up on picture. And that'll be the next thing I watch when I get back from having a pee. No, no, wait, I fucked up. Gosh darn it! Okay. Pop out. And it's from the PlayStation YouTube page, so I know I'm getting the right source. Window capture, PIP. Thank you, you absolute merciless. Ah! I have been waiting like 10 years for it to come out, so I'm excited. Oh, so this is like your Scorn. I can get that. Anyway, I'll be right back. Just so you know, that's something that I do even when nobody is watching. Like, I don't know what the hell that is. I mean, that's exclusively a guy thing for sure. I was like, okay, I'm not gonna pee until I get to this point. No, this point. No, this point. All right, no, almost there. All right, now I allow myself to pee. I allow myself to pee. Like, what is there somebody in the corner that's gonna whip me if I don't just go fucking piss? Like, I mean, now I have an audience, so like now I'm just like, okay, well, let's at least get to a point of the whatever. It's weird that I do that in private as well as online. Anyway, let's watch this trailer.
The ship
From the career of BB Ball.
is dying. And my only way out of here is with one of them.
These character designs slap, I'm not gonna lie. Dude, this imagery. This is a playable music video?
People say I have this coming. And you know what? They're right.
Yo, what acid trip is this? Holy crap. Yeah, okay. All right. I don't even care about BioShock, really. I didn't grow up with it or anything. So that's why my reaction was just so melancholy. It's like, oh, okay, that one game. That I even played BioShock Infinite. It was all right. I didn't finish it though, so I can't really say anything about it. What are you doing later, Judas? Like, hey, hanging out? Yo, you got any friends? You got a number I could call later? Holy shit, that was a lot, man. That was a lot of really... Yeah, again, is this a playable music video? Okay, yeah, so, yeah, and this is, like you've been saying, Larry, it's like one of those, it's been in production for 10 years, but they're actually trying things. So, alright. Color me surprised. I don't have that color, but, you know, you get the idea. Dang. I wasn't expecting that. I was just kind of expecting something that was like BioShock Infinite, but just a little more colorful. But that was a lot of really interesting imagery that was going hard. Like, there was even some cyberpunk elements to that, which was interesting. Like, very intriguing stuff. But it just, the presentation alone is intriguing to me just by an abstract artist perspective. So yeah, a lot to like there. A lot to like. Okay. And the name's intriguing, although you probably could replace Judas with Adam. You know, whatever. But I think that going harder with the imagery, with a bigger budget, is the right move to make. Because, you know, why not? Anyway. Good trailer. Good trailer. I'm calming down a little bit from that, whoa, baby, roller coaster ride. It's a very well put together trailer. Oof. But yeah, no bias feelings towards the actual BioShock. I should play the original BioShock for Halloween, I guess. Maybe I should put that on my Halloween list. Most of the views that I get are for my drawing streams, so not going to be doing nearly as many gaming streams as I thought, so I better be narrowing those choices down. Actually, no. Something that I can actually finish. Amanda the Adventurer was perfect. I could actually finish that in one sitting, and I love that game to death. Like, I fucking love that game. It's a good game. It's a great ARG. It's well put together. It has so much interesting lore. And I already beat it, so I was able to basically play it without a walkthrough. I was hoping that I could play Hand of Doom all the way start to finish, but I underestimated how much content is in that game. But hey, we're learning. Alright. I have absolutely no specific desire for drawings today. However, I do want to adhere to the rule of KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. So, something just, like, ooh, especially if it could be October holiday related. That would be nice. But, open to suggestions. Just, broad. I want to keep this stream as inclusive as possible, so, people can just suggest whatever they want. Anyway, I'm feeling either... you know what? I'm feeling Wahapo. There's quite a few that I haven't watched yet. And I'm having trouble picking one, actually. Oh, shoot. You know what? Just for the sake of... No, let's pick the newest one. Let's pick the newest one first, and then I'll go to a compilation. The Call of Cthulhu. Play that one, and then I'm going to play one of the 5-hour compilation things that he put up. Shut up, State! I hate you, and I hate the bands you like! That's still one of my favorite insults ever. I hate you, and I hate the bands you like! It's so personal. Yeah, oh. You didn't hear that. I'm a manly man who doesn't have cute snort. It was Soundwave. It was Soundwave. He's known for his nasally nose and his cute. You do it, Soundwave. Snort. See? Wasn't cringe at all. Moving on. If you focus on it, you're the one that's cringe. Now I gotta put this in picture-in-picture. Delete. Picture, title, and okay.
The cosmos is a vast, inhospitable
Hi,
place,
Matt.
what with all the black holes, collapsing stars, and especially those pesky old ones. But if you'd like to explore a brand new cosmic empire...
You know what I just realized? Skull. Skull! For those of you who know, you know.
then look no further than the neo-gothic acid trip that is Diluvian Ultra, a high-octane first-person shooter from Cresthelm Studios and Fulcrum Publishing, who's sponsoring today's video. In Diluvian Ultra, you play as the warrior Prince Attila, who's awakened from his space slumber aboard his tomb ship by a mysterious enemy, which is cause enough for him to take up a sword and cut a bloody swath to the heart of the problem. To survive, you'll need to use your double jump, air dash, or ground slam, and 6 different weapons to stay one step ahead of the 13
Again,
unique enemy
super
types
open
throughout
to
10 different
suggestions
levels,
for
all the
drawings.
while altering Attila's abilities with 30 different upgrades. Chapter 1 is now out on Steam, GOG, and EGS at the low price of $9.99, with more set to come. So if you're hankering to step into the crimson carapace of Attila, hit the link in the description or the pinned comment below. Thanks again to Diluvian Ultra for the sponsorship. Without further ado, let's start the show.
I didn't even realize that was a sponsorship. I was just
Welcome
letting
back,
him run his
ghouls
mouth.
and/or ghosts, to another sanity-dispelling, fishy-smelling episode of What Happened, the pop culture show that bores its damn claws deep into the darkest, most forbidden development stories. Since it's once again that very special time of the year, I thought it appropriate to enter the madness of the Lovecraft mythos and one of its most infamous video game adaptations. It's a terrifying tale of stubborn technology, a revolving door of publishing partners, and an arduous 7+ year long development cycle. So grab your faded notebooks and Yithian energy weapons as I answer the question, what happened to Call of Cthulhu?
How about a
Dark
pumpkin
Corners
eating
of the
candy
Earth?
that looks like
Dagon.
Things start relatively sanely with Adventure Soft Publishing, a British company who mainly released the extremely British Simon the Sorcerer series of point-and-click adventure titles. which were largely attributed to father
How
and son
about I
team
wait 5
Mike and
minutes
Simon
for
Woodruff.
another
In
suggestion?
1998,
'Cause that sounds
Woodruffs
fucked up,
founded
my
a
guy.
dedicated development studio under AdventureSoft Publishing named Headfirst Productions, with the first game being, what else but Simon the Sorcerer 3D.
That sounds
After
like
3 games, it's about bloody time.
Soon enough,
that sounds like that one really creepy scene from the second Bill and Ted adventure movie where the devil was just straight up eating people. Yeah, you know the one and be like, "Ah!" and he goes, "Oh!" And Bill and Ted are like, "Whoa, horse!" And then that was it.
enough though, larger, more unknowable ideas were forming on the edges of their minds, with family-friendly sorcery giving way to more arcane aspirations. Early into the development of Simon 3D,
Although
a
I
designer
actually
by the
could do
name of
that very
Andrew
easily.
Brazier
Hang on.
created a
Let me
Usenet
do the
thread
pumpkin
on
thing.
the alt.horror.cthulhu newsgroup simply titled, "What would you want to see in a Cthulhu computer game?" Yes, that typo is accurate. But thankfully,
Cthulhu.
users understood the assignment and began a lively conversation about the things they'd like to see, including first-person perspectives, stealth gameplay, and even a multiplayer option. In issue 172 of Retro Gamer magazine, Andrew Brazier discussed how important he felt this early feedback had been. Back then, it was the easiest way to get in touch with dedicated fans, and I learned very quickly that Mythos had a large and passionate following. I got a lot of good suggestions regarding what should or shouldn't be in the game, and even some suggesting the very idea of a
There we go.
Lovecraft video game was
See? I did it.
sacrilege. The challenge was to make something that would interest Cthulhu fans and also attract a new audience, plus ensuring the final game was actually fun to play. The idea of then crafting a game based on Lovecraft's writings had taken hold at Headfirst, and while getting Simon's first 3D adventure out the door would be their immediate priority, Headfirst co-founder Mike Woodruff had struck a deal with tabletop RPG company Chaosium to secure the official Call of Cthulhu license, affording the team access to a wealth of lore and imagery of which to draw upon. One slight issue with that, though, was finding appropriate material and scenarios within Lovecraft's writings which would translate well to video games. In multiple interviews, Andrew shared some observations on Lovecraft's writing, like this one from GameSpot. The original stories don't translate into a game that well because the main protagonists would tend, when confronted by a monster, to go totally insane, die of fright, or turn and run as fast as possible in the opposite direction. Whilst this is true in the mythos, it wouldn't make for a very interesting game. Active development on the project initially kicked off with Simon Woodruff stepping into the director's chair, and it's here where Dark
that's a
Corners
start.
of the Earth took much of its early shape.
At least I
Innsmouth
did it.
became one of the main locales, and its
Low
residents
effort
became
as
the main
fuck, but I did it.
antagonistic
Oh
force,
shoot, that was
at
on
least
the
in early
background. I
game,
didn't
which
even
was
bother
given
doing a
due to
new
that
layer.
famous and unnerving Innsmouth.
Gosh darn it.
If you don't like it, just turn around and leave.
Maximum effort.
Andrew
I'm
cited
sorry,
the clear
Larry.
description of its resident fishermen as a much stronger foundation to build off of than many of the more vague or abstract
It was something I didn't want to
Lovecraft
do in
critters
the first
found in
place,
his other
so.
works. Quick sidebar here, though, before we move on. Please note that while we do our best to get everything right, the timeline we've covered thus far has been a bit vague, as the Usenet thread was posted on June 9th, 1999, with the first screenshots of the game apparently posted on GameSpot on December 21st that same year. Though GameSpot's content seems completely lost to time, we could still confirm the screenshots existed as early as January 8th, 2000 on other outlets like IGN, alongside the game's initial announcement and its very optimistic Q3 2001 release date. Given that timeline, it seems likely
I made
that
it
the
look
Call of Cthulhu
crappier,
licensing
ergo
discussion
it
and
looks
possibly
better.
even early development was actually well
I
underway
assume.
before the Usenet thread had been made, but we don't know for sure. So for now, know that the timeline here is appropriately hazy and vague, like any good Lovecraft tale. Anyways, back to our story. One of Brazier's first tasks on Cthulhu as a technical artist was figuring out how to best achieve the atmosphere the team were aiming for within a 3D engine, which in the late 90s and early 2000s was a bit of a mystery in and of itself. there were very few fully featured solutions for things like lighting, physics, and other graphical elements, all problems the team would need to solve. Which of course ushered in the first stormy clouds, which would lead to a maelstrom of further nightmares. With the beginnings of Dark Corners of the Earth coming together, including the smart choice to increase atmosphere and immersion by dispensing with traditional HUD elements like health and ammo, Headfirst were able to attract their first publishing partner, tabletop game giant
Square charcoal.
Ravensburger.
It's not a pencil,
After
it's
what
square
was
charcoal.
described in the
Like
Retro
we all
Gamer
use.
piece as a
Fuck off.
long, protracted negotiations period, the project was then shuffled off
That's
to
what
one
square
of
charcoal looks
Ravensburger's
like. It looks
two
like a
video
fucking
game
ballpoint
publishing
pen.
arms. The first of the two specialized in
Sorry.
family-friendly titles. Yeah, I don't think that would have worked. So, the relevant duties fell on the second, Fish Tank Interactive, who published titles for the older crowd, including several I've never heard of, except for maybe Aquanox and Swine.
Pencil.
But
There
Headfirst
it
started
is.
to run
Damn.
headfirst into technical problems, trying to bring their vision of a Lovecraftian world to digital life. The then cutting-edge
And also, you know
Havoc
how the
physics
edge of a
engine, which
pencil just
wasn't even called
wobbles
Havoc
around
yet,
in a
was
weird
chosen to
way
govern
where
the game's
it's
physics,
depending
while
on
Net
your tablet
Immerse was
pen.
used for pretty much everything else. Now, why did I use that inflection on Net Immerse?
You're not gonna be
Well,
cooperative in the
that's because you
slightest,
might
are you?
remember it from our Prince of Persia 3D episode.
Never
as it
mind.
was
I
the
tried.
game
I
that
tried
the
to use a different
Gamebryo
brush.
engine
Fuck
went
off.
by until
Burn in hell.
2003. Gareth Clark, a programmer who joined Headfirst around that time, told Retro
make it
Gamer
look
that
better
Tech
later.
Solutions had their own problems. We were finding all sorts of issues with Havoc at the time, no negativity towards it, but it was in its infancy and we just couldn't get it to do what we needed it to. Net Immerse wasn't robust in terms of a game engine, unless you were running at 60 frames a second. By today's standards, 60 frames would be fine, but on the original Xbox and PCs at the time, you were looking at 30. I'm not 100% clear what the frame rate mentions were
Why
referring
can't
to
it
in
just
that
be the
quote.
same kinda-
Maybe the tools
Why do
had
you guys
issues
gotta
at lower
change the
performance
definition?
targets. Regardless, Net Immerse was problematic enough to get an explicit mention in an interview over a decade later, so must have indeed proved to be problematic.
How about this?
Then, in a pre-E3 2001 story published by GameSpot, which would be the first of 5 pre-E3 stories about Cthulhu, by the way, the game was said to be at around 70% complete, with a revised QT 2002 release date. Still optimistic, I see. Then, once Simon 3D finally shipped, Headfirst were free to fully focus all their mental energies on our darling dreaming Cthulhu.
Hey, there
But
we go.
things were
Okay.
about to take
Hey,
another
okay, I
unfortunate
found something that
turn.
works.
A
Thank
company
you.
named Joe Wood Interactive
used to have a pen
bought
that
out
actually did that,
Ravensburger's
but-
video game publishing
No,
arm.
Pencil doesn't
This
do
might
that
have
anymore.
been cause
Pencil
for
does.
concern at the start, but when you looked at Joe Wood's publishing history, which contained the likes of Arx Fatalis, Silent Storm, and Gothic 2, they actually didn't paint that bad of a picture.
Hi,
for
we're
Cthulhu.
Adobe. We like to
In a
change the
cruel
definition of
twist
things
fate,
behind
though,
your
Headfirst
back so
announced
that
they
you're
were
confused when you
terminating
try to
their
do
publishing
something that you're
contract with
used to.
Ravensburger due to an alleged breach of contract. This was followed by Ravensburger's "nuh-uh" / "we'll see you in court" response about a week later. We don't know exactly what transpired here, but at the end of the day, it resulted in Dark Corners of the Earth being left without reliable source of funding. Headfirst and Call of Cthulhu then soldiered on
That was
until
about,
eventually
what,
its
20
original
minutes
director,
wasted
Simon
just because I
Woodruff,
wanted to give
stepped
this
away
ghost
from
guy
it
some
to
temporary
oversee
ears.
other in-development titles. This was a bit of a strategic move on Headfirst's part, though, since most of the design and levels on Dark Corners of the Earth were already in place. It was just a matter of ironing out the technical issues, polishing, bug squashing, etc.
I could use another idea.
Off to start up future projects in the meantime, and the plan seemed to be going all in on Lovecraft. One of these future projects would be a direct sequel to Dark Corners named Call of Cthulhu Destiny's End, which was targeted for both the PS2 and Xbox. It was more of a traditional third-person survival horror experience. Funnily enough, this wasn't even the original plan, as Destiny's End actually started life as a PS2 exclusive they were planning since 2002, subtitled Tainted Legacy, but then was retrofitted to become a sequel to Dark Corners, taking place some 80 years later. But it doesn't end there, as another team started work on Call of Cthulhu Beyond the Mountains of Madness. It was not only based on Lovecraft's famous novella In the Mountains of Madness, it was meant to be a follow-up to it. It was being developed for the Xbox and PC, and would have retained the first-person perspective of Dark Corners of the Earth. This was all done while still not having a confirmed publisher on board, which is just so unhinged. Then, in
Sonic
2003,
dressed up
unlike
as
these saviors,
Pikachu for
stepped
Halloween.
out of the fog, Bethesda Softworks and 2K Games, who saw the potential in what Headfirst were trying to achieve and took it under a new publishing deal.
Okay,
There was
it's
just
not what
one
you
little
suggested,
caveat,
but
the Xbox port would have to become the top
I
priority.
forgot.
The
I
PC
wanted to draw
version
my
that
Dragon
Headfirst had been
Ball
developing all
Xenoverse
along
characters.
to be placed on the back burner.
That might
The
be a
small
good
team
place
were
to
already
start.
struggling with their choice of middleware technology, so to then throw a mandatory console version on top only
That
slowed the
might
process down
be as
even
fun,
further.
though.
Not to mention making two other fully fledged console horror
But
games
no,
at
no,
the
no.
same
Sonic
time,
dressed
so
up
it
as
fell to designer
Pikachu.
Chris
I mean,
Gray
that's
to
just
more or
another
less
excuse
salvage
for me
what
to
they
draw
had
Sonic
on
too.
Dark Corners
Nah.
to finally get it shipped. He shared what his responsibilities entailed with Retro Gamer.
Hey,
It was
look.
my job to revise and edit the game.
I
to
already
something
drew
much
Robotnik.
shorter. The original plan had been 40 hours, and then add in all the detail and dialogue coordination with the rest of the design team. Now, you might recall that historically, whenever companies start designing or announcing sequels for games that aren't even close to coming out yet, like these little gems right here, well, it almost always results in the same grim outcome. A tradition proudly
I was actually
carried
drawing a
on
frog
by Call of
before.
Cthulhu.
But then I realized, oh hell, I could very easily turn this into Robotnik if I wanted to.
Let me back up a little bit.
That's an ad. Shut up.
Even though Headfirst already had their tentacles full juggling two versions of the same game, Bethesda also started pushing for a PlayStation 2 port of Dark Corners, something that the team politely scoffed at. We said no chance, so they outsourced.
Excuse me, Matt Pat. Not Matt Pat. Oh my god. Sorry. So sorry. Matt McMuscles. How do you politely mock somebody? Can I hear that wording again? Because that was... Oh, that was really funny.
Also started pushing for a PlayStation 2 port of Dark Corners, something that the team politely scoffed at.
Politely scoffed at. I might have fucked up the picture-in-picture with that. But politely scoffed at. I love that. I politely tell you to go fuck yourself, sir. Okay, good. I didn't have to reset the picture-in-picture. Politely scoffed. I like that. I like that terminology. That's funny.
We said no chance, so they outsourced it. I recall an awkward conversation when the other
We saw the American design for the Godzilla movie, and we politely approved it and scoffed at it behind closed doors.
developer phoned up and asked us questions on its feasibility. They'd tried everything, but it was clear it would never happen. It had half the memory of the Xbox, so the tech was just hopelessly compromised. So, due to all the tech problems and the
Make a
skeleton crew left
game that
working
didn't
on it,
require
progress
that.
remained
Yeah.
glacial on Call of Cthulhu. Time passed, the seasons changed, GameSpot continued publishing their yearly pre-E3 article on Cthulhu, until finally, during the last week of October 2005, and just in time for the Halloween spooky season, the game slithered onto store shelves. And I wish I could tell you it was a smash hit. I really do, but in reality, Cthulhu saw a very muted launch, which was a disappointment to pretty much everyone at Head First. In the Retro Gamer piece, Chris Gray recalled the team going down to a local game store and were shocked to see that not only were they not stocking copies of Dark Corners, the store clerk had never even heard of it. So the commercial success of Call of Cthulhu was therefore something of a dark,
Teleporting
empty
him to a
abyss, as
new
I can't
plane of
find any
existence.
reliable sales numbers for it, which isn't a good sign. It was mentioned twice in 2K's SEC filings before vanishing completely during the quarter of its release. But beyond that,
Where
the
is he?
other figure I could find for the Xbox
Where is he
version
right now?
was an unsourced just over
While I fill in
5,000
his
sales
colors.
from a Eurogamer article. Headfirst's madness-inducing baby fared better critically, however, because while outlets did criticize the game's later half, which was largely composed of basic, kind of janky shooting sequences, frustrating stealth mechanics, and a litany of bugs, the dread-filled atmosphere, unique HUDless perspective, well-written story, and the nail-biting chase through the Innsmouth Hotel were heaped with praise. The PC version was eventually released in April of 2006, though unfortunately didn't fix the issues critics had, and at the time of release some considered it to be even worse due to exciting new PC-only bugs. This was largely out of Headfirst's hands though, because this version of the game was primarily finished by a single employee, Gareth Clark.
Jesus, no. Stop it, you crazy bastard.
There was simply no money left to keep a full team on to polish it. He shared this anecdote with Retro Gamer. The PC version very nearly didn't happen, as I was practically the only person left in the building and hadn't been paid for months, but we couldn't stand it not coming out after years of work. Why was there almost no one left? Where did all the money go? Well, once Dark Corners bombed at retail,
Oh,
2K and
you
Bethesda
tell
had no
me.
interest
Why
in
do I have
publishing
to tell you
either
all
of
the
indie
answers?
development
Leave me
sequel
alone.
games. In Destiny End's case, it looks to have had more in common with RE4 than anything else. And Hip Games, the publishers of such PS2 classics as Stolen, Garfield, and A Dog's Life, seemed to be attached to publish it at one point, but I guess when the sales numbers, or the lack of sales numbers,
Alright,
came
so
in
where's
for
Dr.
Dark
Robotnik
Corners,
right
they
now?
perhaps got
He could be
cold feet
anywhere.
themselves, and the deal fell through. So, somewhat inevitably, in mid-2006, Headfirst closed its doors, with many of its employees, like Gareth Clark, finding homes at other notable British studios. Nonetheless, Gareth leaves us with his happier thoughts on the game over 10 years on from its release, via Retro Gamer. It's without a shadow of a doubt my favorite game I've worked on because of the way the team gelled together and the original nature of it. No other game has had its longevity. Every year I see it in lists of top 10 games no one ever played or great games for Halloween. It's a bit of a curiosity, and in some respects I prefer that it was a commercial failure yet a cult success, because it shaped my enthusiasm for the industry. Fans have since tried to
Where the
polish
heck
and fix the PC version
am I in the
subsequent
place where
years,
Squidward
but it's
wanted to be
still
out
not
alone?
there yet. And considering the love that many Lovecraft enthusiasts still have for it, Steam Spy numbers, which can admittedly be a bit inaccurate, do have it pegged at around 289,000 copies sold, so it makes me feel that this game is one that could use a little
What's
night
his
dive.
location? What's his background?
But the weirdest
is what
part
I'm
about
saying.
all of this, though,
What's
is the
his
bizarre
background? Is
web
he,
of
is
connections
he
that
in
have spread
Mountain
throughout
Plains?
multiple games that have featured the octopus face.
Is he in Sanic Land with loop-de-loops and big
Were
old
contracted to develop
weird
another
shapes?
official Call of Cthulhu game back in 2014, only
Yes,
for the
thank
reins
you,
of development to
Tiger.
be snatched away from them and be given to Cyanide Studios.
Hey,
who produced the very
Tiger, tell
divisive
me
2018
where,
title,
apparently
Shine,
I'm the
and
Flying
failed to
Dutchman
recapture
now.
the essence of Headfirst's work. Even more bizarrely still,
Where is my background?
Frogware's own Lovecraftian game, The Sinking City, had a development and release that was so fractured I've covered it on the show before, which you can check out here. It just seems that regardless of the year or hardware, there's always a prevailing, cursed, fetid ichor that efflues out of the crustaceous, cacodemonical
You know, sometimes I
carnal
forget
house
that my
of
face is
Cthulhu
on
game development,
camera,
which
so,
is
hi.
so very Lovecraft. If you know of any other tenebrous tales of game development,
H.P. Lovecraft, America's favorite racist. We all like to forget that part, don't we? Upside down sun. Okay. Upside down. Alright, well. Upside down loop. Where would that leave him then? Okay, fine. He's in upside down loop land. Hooray! I'm in upside down loop land! Oh no! I'm on the opposite side of ground! What's supposed to happen there? You're not giving me anything, you bastards! Oh no! Ground! Bye-bye! Bye-bye! Bye. Ooh. 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 Hang on. Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime girl. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. If you abuse me, honey, you lose me. And I'll be left alone. Oh, baby, telephone and tell me I'm around. Boom. Check, please. Okay. It turns out completely stupid ideas also work. So, all right. What's the next idea for that? Actually, yeah. Where should we send Egbert? Michelle J. Robotnik. Okay, fine. Mitch J. Robert. Where should we put Mitch J. Robert? Or what should we do to Mitch J. Robert, actually? Before we put on the next episode of whatever. Right, first of all, I'm gonna write that out. Yeah, I know. But well, now that's his name. So, and your name was different. Why not sketch of the Silver Shroud? What, the Silver Shroud killing him because he's such an abomination? Although, actually, you know what? What would be a nice Halloween? Okay, trying to think of something that would be nice. You know what? Just give me a minute, guys. We're on a nice roll here. Are you like doing like little games with the drawings that I've made? Like, let's make Michelle Robert. Let's put Michelle Robert through some bad stuff. Like, you know, vote for him having the ripple effect done to him. Oh, no! That kind of thing. But that requires Photoshop knowledge, which is very esoteric of me. So that's just thinking of ways to interact with my audience. Wow, I got 4 likes already? Damn, you guys are being very nice. Thank you. Thank you so much. Gosh. How about a fusion of Freddy Krueger and Jack Skellington? You know what, Tiger? I like that one. I'm going to take a small break. You can tell that I've been eating too many pizza rolls because I'm starting to get the B word in my fatness. Break. I'm going to take a small break. And I'm going to give other people a chance. Wow, 5 likes. Thank you so much. You guys are spoiling me now. I'm going to turn into a weird e-celeb if you keep this up. I'm going to give you guys a chance to argue amongst yourselves for a little bit without me, like, coaxing you. And I'll be right back in, like, 5-10 minutes. Really not that long. And thank you so much for the support. It really means a lot. Love you all. She likes me for me. Not because. All right. Let's see what we got here. I'm excited. This is the most engagement I've had with a stream in a while. So I'm pretty happy right now. I'm very happy, guys. Let's see. Kill him with likes. Wait, that just... Now, doesn't look like you guys protested anything. Let's see. Ooh. Ooh. The pint-sized slasher. That's also a good one. Now, I had the silver shroud there. No, that's okay. We won't have that problem in the future. We just go back. We had another solid. What was the other solid recommendation? Tiger had a pretty solid recommendation earlier. I was just pretty happy that I had so many people tune in, man. I just need a little break. Rock Eggman, voiced by the Flying Dustman. You know, it's a funny thing. My family and I have been watching The Middle a lot. It's a decent show. It's a nice family show, in my opinion. Especially, it's not as good as Malcolm in the Middle, obviously, but what the hell did you? Right here, Michigan J Robotnik. That's pretty good. Okay, but anyway, Sue Heck, the mom of the family, she works for this absolute awful sexist car dealer, and he is actually the same guy who voices the Flying Dutchman. And considering neither of my parents are very aware of SpongeBob outside of a few episodes I forced them to watch, it's really funny to hear a SpongeBob character talking in a family sitcom that my parents are just completely unaware. It's such a shame that my parents won't give SpongeBob a legit chance, because, man, they would really like the sense of humor. They really would. Like that one joke with Davy Jones' locker. My mom would love that joke. My mom would absolutely adore that joke. Where the Flying Dutchman gets sent down to Davy Jones' locker, and then literally Davy Jones comes out and sings the Homecoming Queen song. My mom would love that joke. But they just won't give SpongeBob a chance because it's just too silly. It's too silly. Because God forbid we take life just a little bit less seriously. Anyway. Yeah, you know exactly the joke I'm talking about. And it's actually him in like green screen going, In a zero at me, you are. Yeah, the Homecoming Queen song. Yeah, from the Monkees. Exactly. She loves that guy. She loves him. And she would find that joke so funny, but I don't want to, like, it's one of those things of where I want to tell you what the joke is, but if I tell you what the joke is, it's not going to be as funny as if you see it in the cartoon. But you won't watch the cartoon. I'm a man without a country. You boomers! Yeah, that's right, buddy. Welcome to my locker. I'm going on so many tangents without doing anything. Well, actually, that's kind of the idea behind this. You know what? That's probably the best thing I could do, is just show her the joke out of context. At least then she would see how far the show is willing to go for an absurd joke, and maybe that would spark a little bit more interest, or at least show a little respect. I don't know. It really is one of the greatest cartoons ever made. I mean, is there really going to be that many people that'll argue with me that SpongeBob is one of the greatest cartoons ever? I mean, my personal favorite is Ed and Eddie, of course. But, I mean, there are so many mainstream, understandable, well-crafted jokes in SpongeBob. You know what? I want to draw SpongeBob. Let's see how well I can draw SpongeBob, since that's what I feel like talking about right now. And the Flying Dutchman. SpongeBob and the Flying Dutchman. I mean, I know you guys listed a bunch of other ideas. And, they are there. I'm just on a bit of a stream. I really like the ideas, like most of the ideas you're having, Tiger, are based off of Fallout 3, which, that's fine. I actually don't mind drawing Pint-Sized Slasher. I want to just see how I can draw SpongeBob just from memory. I feel like I could draw him just fine without thinking too hard. Oh, well, the Eds, that's not even... Okay, well, the Eds, that's not fair on a couple of levels. Like, one, I've drawn them before. Although, actually, you know what? Yeah, let's try the Eds too. It wouldn't be that unfair, because it's been so long since I've drawn any of the Ed characters. Yeah, let's see, okay. Characters that I've never drawn before, SpongeBob characters, versus characters I have drawn before many, many times, the Ed characters. Let's see how that works out. Yeah, okay. Alright, we have a theme. Thank you, Tiger. That's more than enough material. Let me just, let's go to story mode. I could go for story mode right now. And again, anybody have suggestions for other things to watch while I draw? Give them out. But I'm just a little bit picky, is all. Because I wanna...
Before click.
I was imagining SpongeBob characters dressed up like the Eds. Let's see if I could just draw them normally first. I mean, that is funny. That's a funny idea. But let's see if I can draw them normally on model first from memory with no references. And see how close I can get. And then play around with that kind of stuff, because that tends to be how it works. This is one of the more recent. This is the most recent story explained, and I'm gonna play this because it's really, really fucking funny. And just making sure that it's showing up on stream. It is. You're spoiling me, OBSE. As for something to put on background, either Unlucky Charms or Sprite. Horror animations is... I think you're horribly overestimating my ability to edit, my guy. But I appreciate your confidence so much.
Brought to you by Incogni. You knew it, I knew it. Eventually I would have to stop using Mark Zuckerberg's face as the sole branding for the channel. So, time to Animorph. I'm Mr. Z now. No association. And that's Mr. B.
Hello.
That's right, we're rebranding the entire channel. I tell you what, they're so quirky and also family friendly.
Man, imagine these on a shirt, or a hat, or an M1 Garand.
Never forget what you're fighting for. Wanted. Dead. We are in a prison. Meet Hannah Stone.
How do you do?
She's a hardened criminal in solitary confinement. But she's also so cool that they let her smoke cigarettes in there.
She doesn't even vape.
Too bright for her eyes.
Listen to this voice
Okay,
acting,
so
by the
Stone
way.
saunters
Listen to this
over
voice
to
acting.
the door, and she puts her hand up to a scanner thing, and... Wait a minute, Mr. B.
That's not a normal hand. That's a robo-hand. What customer are we dealing with here?
The machine scans her hand, and then a slot in the door opens up.
Lieutenant Stone, we hope you enjoy the accommodation.
Not that voice acting.
We hope you've been enjoying your stay in jail, Stone.
I don't have time for this.
Neither do I.
We're clued in that the voice behind the slot in the door is in fact the warden.
Oh, hi there, Warden.
Oh,
I'm not
hi,
salty,
Warden.
but I think you probably want me to pull some trigger in the name of democracy or
I
something.
think you want me to pull a trigger.
Is this seriously the voice actress for the game?
Why does she talk
Did
like
you
that?
pick this game because she's funny foreign?
Not just her.
She's not just funny
Everyone.
foreign, she's just funny, can't
You
fucking
got my
talk.
attention.
We got a mission for you, Stone. There's a problem that only you can solve.
The robot
I think she sounds like that even in her native tongue, honestly.
I'll do it, says Stone. You see, I've been given...
Life sentence. No parole.
This must be one hell of a dangerous mission if you want me to do it, Warden.
Whatever government programs
Okay,
you
I'm
got
not gonna
there
look up
going,
any references.
I'm
That's the
cool
whole
with it.
point of this
You know
exercise.
what? I'll do it, says Stone. So,
Who's on the team?
Whoa, talk about starting a story with a bang. I, for one, can't wait to see what happens next.
You got my attention.
a few days later. It is the 22nd of August, 2022, and the time is 9:18 p.m. We are at a quaint little futuristic diner called the Atomic Heart. Stone is now in a police uniform.
You mean that one gang with the hot twins? Hot
We're
damn!
about to find out who's on the team.
This is Doc. He's in charge of medical stuff.
But where'd he get the name?
This is
Cortez.
His expertise is in explosives.
And this blonde-haired dazzler is Herzog. His job is keeping it real.
Now they're all just quietly sitting at the table, and there's a sort of tension in the air. And that's because they're on call for a big job. They're on duty.
But then the tension is broken when the cute rockabilly waitress slinks her way over.
Lieutenant?
Now it's 9:18 p.m., but Stone is ordering from the breakfast menu for some reason, and she says,
I have some eggs.
I've seen First of all, Tiger says,
bacon,
"Want to
maybe
see a
pasta.
horrifying giant crab?
No fight.
Bitch, I've seen one in real life. Bring it on."
Shake, coffee with cream.
Oh,
Please don't
this.
put milk in there. Very hard to digest.
But the milkshake has milk in it. And the cream has lactose as much as milk does. What? Well, she is going to be very
Yeah, no
gassy
cream,
on the neck
but a
and
giant
Maybe
ass
she's the
milkshake is
explosives
just
expert.
fine, and also
orange
coffee
juice
with
and
cream,
pack of smokes.
and also all
So
the
they're
other.
going for
What
this
the hell are you talking
where
about?
It's like 2 number 4s, a number 5.
Number 6 with extra dip.
Yeah, they're trying to
Hand
do the
back over
mean
to Doc,
thing,
and
but
he
they're
is
just
sad for
not
some reason.
self-aware enough.
And he orders,
Tomato soup and coffee. Make it Irish.
You see, he's an alcoholic.
like, crippling, like my dad way, not like the funny my mum way.
We pan over to Herzog.
Not in the funny my mom way.
Now check this out.
Mommy
We
doesn't
pan
get
back
drunk,
to
he just
Court
has fun.
Hills. And notice something, Mr. B?
He doesn't use his words. He uses his fingies.
He's using sign language.
He's gone deaf from explosives. Do you reckon that's it?
Oh, that's quite good.
Oh,
Yeah,
Death and
that's
Robots!
actually
I've been meaning to watch that.
interesting.
He's
Look
actually
up
blind. Wait, so
Thanapod
Gorgeous makes
from
the order,
Love,
but
Death
how
and
does the
Robots.
waitress
I've been
understand
meaning
what
to
he's
watch
saying?
that
Would she
show.
know
We should watch
sign
that show
language?
together later.
Yeah, she's a waitress at a downtown diner. Of course she reads sign language. She also knows kung fu.
So the waitress takes all the orders.
And Herzog gives us a reason to love him.
I always
He
love a
reaches over to
good
his fork
stoner-friendly
and
show,
coyly
even if I'm
slides it
not
off the
really a
table.
traditional stoner
Oops,
anymore.
I dropped my fork. The waitress then has to crouch down to pick it up.
Doesn't she know we'll be able to see down her dress?
Here's pie.
The waitress handed him the same fork that fell on the floor. No, a new fork, please. The waitress comes back with some drinks, and Doc has his
know what?
alcoholic beverage,
just might.
and he gobbles it all.
See, that
down
doesn't
in
look
one
right.
gulp. And then, instead of saying, I am fully
The
satisfied,
episode Bad Tra-
I'll have
I
some
saw the
more.
first episode of
take it
it.
easy,
It was
Doc.
really
Yeah,
interesting.
Don't you know it's 9:18 p.m.? They just begun, big guy.
Day's just begun.
Yeah, Doc. Take it easy.
Shut up. By the way, if you have a chronic alcoholic who, by the way, goes so far as to drink his own medical grade alcohol on your team, maybe fire his ass. I don't want him operating on me. Do you?
Everyone's order tells us a little bit about them as a character.
So Doc drinks
Yeah,
too
it's
much,
real
Cortez,
subtle.
Deaf, stone, the hardest damn criminal you've ever seen, but cannot drink dairy. And Herzog is, I guess, just a piece of shit.
But you know what? Bet he's got a heart of gold and a fat cock.
Now, at the back of the
No. Doc's the one that's an absolute piece of shit. He's the one that's getting drunk at 3 a.m. in the morning and still operating on people as a doctor. He sucks. Although he's a sexist pig, so I don't know. Pick.
cafe is a television, and somebody switches on the news.
Today is a bad day for Dower. Yesterday, the shares were still trading below their IPO price of $72 at $28.97 per share.
Now, the news is saying that the stock price for
The
Dow
Keemstar
Synthetics
music's back
is-
there!
But what
I remember
what
this!
is Dow Synthetics?
Well, Dower Synthetics are the main company that makes these humanoid synthetic robot people that are used for the majority of hard labor across the world.
So it's like a Detroit Become Human sort of situation.
Yeah, but you can't have sex with them.
So it's like an iRobot sort of situation. Now the news carries on until we notice they are using the Keemstar drama
Yup.
alert sound effect.
Yeah, listen.
Clear counterpart on the public market. Dower
I think you are 100%
Oh
right.
my god!
The news! Synthetics
Let's
can be
get
trained to say the
rolling
N-word. Dow
into the
Synthetics
douchebaggery!
down 90%.
Dower hosts synthetic story time for kids. Stock price down 90%.
The waitress then
Some
comes over with
YouTuber
the
you
food
never heard
and
about
will
did
note that
something
she's not holding any
wrong.
weight.
Let me put a
Although
bunch of
Stone is
attention on
thrilled
it.
about the food.
I have no
That shit is
soul.
incredible.
Doc has a couple more drinks. Ring ring on the world's thickest phone. It's the captain. Stone picks
Yeah,
up her
even
phone.
for back in the day, that phone's pretty
Stone,
thick.
I got a call from mainland.
I'm gonna need your team to get to Dower headquarters stat. There's not even time to finish your beans.
Send me the details, the sooner the better.
Right, the scene ends and we are flying over now to Dower Synthetics. Ad time. Look at this, Sandra. It's gifts from the world above. Incogni. Sandra, you and I, we live under the sea. What you don't know about living under the sea is everybody is trying to get your data all the time. That's
I
why
really do
use
like Internet
Incogni.
Historian's ads.
It's your personal information removal service.
It's more of a streaming thing. I actually love Internet Historian's ads. I think his ads are fucking on point. But it's a me thing. I don't want to get done in. I'm a very paranoid boy.
Frankie, this shit is incredible.
Stone and the boys are speeding over to Dow Synthetics.
Again,
Stone
Internet
steps
Historian's
out in
ads
one
are
of the
great.
Police cars.
And she's got the kicks. And she's got a katana.
All right, so they're getting ready for
I'm trying
one
to make
hell of
a
a fight. Herzog marches up with the brief.
What we know so far is that an unknown strike team attacked Dower Synthetics at 2100 hours. They busted in, barricaded inside, and turned off the grid. Everything would have gone smooth if the silent alarm wasn't triggered.
This is essentially a high-stakes robbery. There's a big group of people inside, bad guys, that are there to rob Dower Synthetics.
How many?
Too many.
How many? Too many. You got a specific number there?
Like, is that 5? Is it 500?
And also, when it comes to crime, 1 is too many. Herzog says, let's not go in yet. We haven't been given the order to go in and fight. But Stone, she likes some action, and she wants to go in there straight away.
And Herzog says, no, Stone.
We have to hang tight until a private police force, the Mavericks, get here.
Otherwise the captain's gonna be up our ass again.
We go in.
Oh, okay. Okay then, Stone.
You're the boss, Stone.
So we're fighting and killing our way through the whole building until we reach a grand set of doors.
Hannah knocks. No answer. Well, time for plan B.
Cortez, plan the charge.
And Herzog says, I don't know, Stone. We're supposed to be keeping a low profile.
Cortez puts a silencer on his C4. Yo, wait, actually, I just realized something. He goes,
Cortez, plan the charge.
You reckon that's part of his character? He's faking being deaf?
Or maybe he just can't speak. Maybe he lost his tongue.
Cortez sets the explosive and the squad goes running into the room. 2 thieves are wheeling away cartloads of briefcases. Whatever these people are here to steal, it's in those briefcases. My God.
What could be inside?
The squad gives chase.
What the hell is in that crate? But it turns out there's a lot of these thieves, and they're well armed.
And Stone's so good with her katana, she's like behind the bad guy and then front of the bad guy.
That was me giving up halfway through of making Patrick look accurate.
This one.
Herzog, if you were shooting for shit, you will get it. How does it feel to be an old grumpy alcoholic?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's actually kind of not very rewarding. Oh, you were asking him. Okay.
Alright, it feels like we have to be the translator for this game. Because Herzog then replies to that.
I'm from Wisconsin.
What does that mean? Next, they reach another.
How does it feel to be an old grumpy alcoholic? I stubbed my toe this morning.
Obstacle. Another door.
You're such a good listener, Thomas. It makes me feel so special.
Oh my God, fuck off.
Cortez then throws his entire body weight against
See,
the door.
entire 5 seconds
Not
didn't even show up for that.
Oh.
I was able to skip it instantly.
Slidey one.
Hannah and the team make it to a big boss room.
Suddenly, the exterior wall explodes.
I sure hope they don't fix that, but I'm sure they will
I'm a
eventually.
big robot spider and I'm pretty scary and I got weapons.
This robot spider goes marching into the room and it's destroying everything.
So Stone takes it on with her guns and her brand new katana.
But the spider ain't going down that easy.
You'll never stop me with just those things.
Yeah, as
But what
cold
this
as
spider drone
ice.
doesn't know is that Stone's packing.
I am completely oblivious. And I am marching towards you, Miss Stone.
Stone has ordered in a missile strike, and it comes right in through the ceiling and hits the big robot.
No, a missile, my one weakness.
Fade to black. The next scene opens to a very decorated officer walking around, and he is being followed closely behind by Tom Cruise. Now the shot cuts back to the squad as a whole pile of men rush into the room. These are mercenaries. These are not the same people who were robbing the building.
You guys are in big trouble this time, Stone.
Now there's a lot of these dudes, right, and they're all pointed their guns directly at our squad of 4. Oh no, what will be their fate? But nobody opens fire. Instead, the blonde, very evil-looking man steps forward.
This man is called Richter.
You better get on your knees, Stone. You're in big trouble this time.
On your knees.
Hey, we are with the police.
Shut the hell up.
You know he's a bad guy because he cussed.
Can we censor that bit out?
On your knees. Hands. So I can see them.
And you, Stone, best you take off your shoes as well. Feetsies, so I can see them, please.
All right, Mr. B. What the heck is going on?
All right, so you remember how about 2 minutes ago, Stone wasn't meant to go rushing into the building? Well, that's because there's a mercenary group called the Mavericks, and they were meant to be the first ones to go in and stop the robbers. These are not the same guys that Stone's been fighting this whole time. Now, this guy here is the leader of the Mavericks, and his name is Richter, and he's not too happy that Stone's come barging in.
You take their gear.
Tom Cruise then gives Stone a shove with his shoulder. Now, Stone does not like that very much. She's about to give him a piece of her mind. But then Richter grabs Stone by the hair and puts a gun in her face. This situation is getting very tense, Mr. B. Richter is just about to shoot Miss Stone in the face until a new guy walks into the scene.
But I think we've seen this guy before.
It is the captain. You know, the guy from the phone. The captain says,
Let him go, Richter.
Stone's life is spared. But now, we have our big bad for the game.
See you around.
The team has finished its mission. They are headed back out the front door. But you may notice that Herzog has something in his hand. It's one of those silver briefcases. You know, one of those 14 briefcases that those burglars were stealing before.
There's something you need to see, Stone. Cash.
It's full of cash.
What?
Cash. They were stealing cash.
But that doesn't make any sense, because in this beautiful cyberpunk future, you can't use cash here.
What's the point? You can't even fucking
There's
use it
the
in this part of the world.
point. If there's
What a
not
mystery.
like you is
Stone
doing
says,
any
"Right,
of
let's take the
bro-
briefcase.
What the
and
hell
get
is
these
your
bodies then
fucking...
back to the base, and we can do some forensic
Hey,
analysis on it."
Tiger, you know
The squad
Uncle
then all
Al,
heads
great.
back to the base after a successful mission.
Well, back to nothing on the keyboard.
On your knees.
Hey, we are with the police.
Shut the hell up.
So, we are now at police headquarters.
You know
Hannah
exactly
walks
what I was
over to the
referencing.
kitchen,
Nice.
And she gets a drink from the drinks vending machine. Ah, delicious Mulvaney flavor.
No, we can't put it in
We
every
can do
video.
We can.
I love how the
Absolutely.
mascots keep changing frame to
The
frame,
Mulvaney
like
flavor.
just to show
Now, she's
how
about to bend
disingenuous
down to
they're
pick it up,
being.
when all of a sudden,
Detective. What a pleasant surprise.
Hi there.
Here I
Her
come,
name is
baby.
Madame
I can't do it.
Wong.
I
Well,
can't
I mean,
do
if she's
a
Wong, I
plankton
don't wanna
voice
be
on
white.
the fly. I'm chumming. I'm chumming.
wow, look at the size
Oh.
difference.
Whoa! Hang on. Hold the phone. Hold the mail. Hold the mustard. Hello. Mustard. Mustard. Hang on. Hello. You just got a lot more attractive. Hi. Hi, strange talking lady. All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman. A giant woman. All I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman. A giant woman.
Did they de-blue a Navi? Madame Wong says,
Cash.
You will find
That was one of
in
my
your
meaner
destiny.
laughs. I apologize.
Thank
If
you
you're
for
a
that.
tall girl out there, you know,
Now, we don't
power
really know
to
what
you.
the significance of this is yet.
I don't
I'll
mean to
tell you what is
fetishize you,
significant,
but,
the
you know,
sexual tension between these two characters on the screen right now.
tall is
There'll
beautiful.
be a lot to discuss once you're through.
Ooh. Madam
Ooh.
Wong then leaves, and Hannah cracks open a cold one.
Looking forward to it.
She drinks the Mulvaney juice and becomes fabulous. Fade to black. We then open up now to the captain's office. So
At
Stone
30
is there in
frames
the
per
office and
second
she is being
because fuck
scolded,
you.
reprimanded by the captain. He's saying,
You fucked it all up. What the hell were you thinking?
I don't know, Cap. Standard police procedure?
Stop playing dumb with me, girl.
Oh,
We're
no.
in deep shit. Dower Synthetics is about to pull the plug.
What?
They want to take you down.
Okay, yeah. Gee, I wonder what kind of stereotype they're going to exploit with this sort of character. It could be anybody. It's a marstery. Anyway, let's see how it plays out. Again, could be anybody. By the way, you're off the case, because I don't like your face.
And the rest
Go
of the team.
off the case, because I don't like your
what
face.
is this music?
Go off the case,
All of a
'cause I
sudden,
don't like
an
your face.
oboe shows up, and a lady begins singing.
I don't understand.
Technically speaking, our contract with the city expires early next
And
year.
yeah, that music
But
is
they
in the
believe
cutscene. I
that
looked it
Angle
up.
should take over
I
next week.
actually have looked
They're making
into these
arrangements
cutscenes
as
because
we
they're
speak.
so fucking
So in case you
fascinating.
can't hear over the opera, the issue is, because of Stone and her team's antics, they're going to dissolve this police force. And the only reason Stone got let out of prison was to be here. So, police force gone, she goes back to jail.
And you're saying it's my fault?
No, but your shit was the last
Well,
drop.
passive aggressively,
My
yes.
shit?
Shut the hell up and listen. I raised your outfit like my own children.
And my real children, I trained them like a squad.
I was always there like a good father with someone.
I lead a rich
time
and
things are more serious.
complicated history.
The captain says the city administration is not quite decided whether they're going to dissolve the police force, but it's looking like it's going to happen. So for now, keep your...
Like, that makes any sort of sense whatsoever. We're just gonna go ahead and do without a police force. Go on. Get out of here. We'll just, let's just see how it works itself out. Fucking...
your bloody head down.
Dismissed.
Aye, aye.
Is she going to give him a little kiss?
Oh, she did! Can we watch that again?
Yeah.
And editor,
Yeah.
could you please make it so that it's actually me she's kissing?
That's enough, Stone.
Stop thanking me like you're Wildebeest at the end of a stream. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, how can I stay mad at you?
Oh, gosh. Dang
We
dumb.
leave the captain's office and a lady with a cat shows up.
Can we just own screen?
Yo, check out this cat. Aw, that reminds me of the Maine Coon I had. They totally got the coloring wrong if this is supposed to be a Maine Coon. But Maine Coons, aw, those were the best. Oh man, I can't tell you. That is supposed to be a Maine Coon. Look at the ears. Look at the eye. Look at the forehead. Look at the way that its plumage is. Plumage. You know, the way that its fur goes out of his face. Fuck you. This is obviously supposed to be some kind of Maine Coon, especially considering its size. But they treat it like it's just whatever. I just got it off the street. Totally not one of the rarest cats you could possibly get your hands on. It's a Maine Coon that's orange, which I don't even think that's possible. So what you're holding there is like the holy grail of cats, but whatever.
Put side by side this actress in Metal Gear.
Which actually would be interesting. It'd be like something like Cowboy Bebop. You know, like how they had Edward. Where like, whoa, you actually have one of the most rare animals ever, but you just thought it was a normal corgi? Like, That'd be interesting. They could have even paid homage to that, but whatever.
A solid 5, and this actress in this game.
That's Quiet.
Yeah, that's Quiet.
Oh, serious? There's something about her features that are slightly less recognizable.
I own 2 Maine Coons. I know what they look like, man.
So, Quiet says, how bad is it? Like, are they definitely gonna dissolve the force that you're on, or...
See, it's got the M on its forehead. It's a Maine Coon. It's a Maine Coon if they painted orange.
Drop by before you go.
Quiet then walks away, and the
Especially
scene
at that
ends.
size.
Oh, Mr. B, there's a shower scene.
Oh.
So Emma turns on the shower with a light switch.
Oh my god.
Emma poops in the shower and then squashes it down the drain with her foot. And then she gets dressed and she heads off to the cafeteria.
Like a lady.
There is no one at the cafeteria, but suddenly a bowl of fish head, some cereal, plus sausage, and Jello.
Yeah, be sure
And Stone
just
also grabs
get
a
in the.
And she sits down to
Oh,
it.
right. Chat
She's
doesn't
looking at the
allow
fish head.
links. Yeah, just let me know what it is.
Sonny just goes like, looks at her. Hannah rejects the soup. She throws it to the side. Hannah then starts in on the main course. She does battle with the cutlery.
Core Power helps you rise to a whole new level of recovery with 26.
It's like what they do, but it's a different flavor. And by the way, yeah, I totally get you, man. Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's not like story mode pioneered this at all. It's very interesting that a lot of these went from Internet Historian to incognito mode to story mode to even another playlist in story mode where people don't even know about that. Like, this guy is just always hustling. And I gotta respect that. So, you know, and it also makes for perfect streaming material because a lot of this stuff is like, I don't really... Stream it if you want, I don't care. So it makes it perfect for background noise. I know I am guaranteed no weird, like, hey God, I didn't approve of, you know, I'm guaranteed none of that crap. Oops. Okay, all you missed was her doing QTEs, eat her fucking lunch. Ooh. Yeah, I'll look up, Rareds.
So she decides not to sip the coffee because it's got lactose in it, and she looks.
It's also
over
stuff
to
I've
see
seen before. That's the other factor,
Why did she
so
sit
that
down
I
on
can
her own?
commentate
What's
along
wrong
with
with
it
her?
without
I'll tell you
it
why,
surprising
Mr. Z.
me too much.
It's because Stone is haunted by her past. Stone suffers from very frequent flashbacks.
That is actually
we're going
kind
to
of
be
a
seeing
big
lot
part of it.
And she's having one right now.
Cut to an apartment building downtown.
What's she doing?
She's there to take care of some business.
Why'd you say it like that?
And most of the
Floor
stuff that I get
3,
suggested,
the door
I've seen
opens.
before.
She steps into the nicest
Which
rent-controlled
face?
apartment in New York City.
What, her face or my face? I'm genuinely curious. Did I make a weird face? I mean, I normally make a weird face every 5 frames, so... Let me go back.
So... the spoon.
Also, what's with the lone hot dog in the middle of the plate? Oh, the face and the coffee. All right, I'll watch for it. But yeah, what's with the one little wiener in the plate? Like, what the fuck are you supposed to do with that? At least cut it up so it's in your food, like any normal person would do. Yeah, it's Jello, sweetheart.
So she decides not to...
Okay, I know the guy going, was superimposed, but yeah, there was a skull in... Ah, skull. Ha 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 ha. It's almost like skull is an overused thing. But yeah, let's go. I'm never going to be able to track that. All right, yeah, I'm just going to keep it there. Wait, that. All right, well, let's see if I can pause it right. This is the last chance I got myself. Yeah, it's just a yeah, okay. Well, yeah, it's just a Halloween holographic. Turn my holographic card this way, and I see something spooky card thing. What is that supposed to mean? If you drink coffee, you're gonna die, or you're gonna die soon because you're a secret agent? No shit.
Sit down on her own. What's wrong with her?
Well, I'll tell you why, Mr. Z. It's because Stone is haunted by her past. Stone suffers from very frequent flashbacks we're going to be seeing a lot of.
Holy crap, we're not even close to how bullshit this game is. So I'm just going to let this play out while I doodle random nonsense, because my guy, you don't even know how... In fact, you know what? Let's increase this a bit. Size-wise in OBSE. Just so we can get a little bit of a better idea. Because, my guy, you don't even know how much of an absolute abortion this is. But in an interesting way. In a way that I actually want to play it. Let's see. Let me look it up for you. It's called Wanted Dead. Even the name is English. Wanted Dead. Wanted Dead. I am wanted dead.
And she's having one right now.
Cut to
We haven't even gotten to some of the more ridiculous shit yet.
What's she doing?
She's there to take care of some business.
I'm just going to doodle while we watch this, because you don't even know.
Floor 3. The door opens. She steps into the nicest rent-controlled apartment in New York City. Then on tippy toes, she approaches a door. Stone opens the door, hoping to find...
It's where that
treasure
girl
inside.
from Forsaken lives.
On the
Or
ground
Forspoken,
is a
sorry.
dead nurse, still wearing the nurse hat. There's blood all around. This is a murder. But where is the murderer? She bends down and gives the corpse a wet willy.
No reaction.
She radios into dispatch and she goes,
HQ, I found the body. She's been dead for a few hours now.
Detective Stone.
I kind of understand why they gave her the voice, because it's
Well,
distinctive.
she's talking to HQ. That must mean that this isn't
You know,
just
because
some
she's
rogue
not
mission. She's here
so
on police
bad that
business.
she...
while she's on the radio,
She can emote.
man shows up
I get it.
behind
I get why they
her.
picked her. I got something
Stone
in my
goes
eye.
into VATS mode. This man has tattoos, long hair, very dirty, and he's wearing a singlet.
And also, if they didn't pick her,
This man might
we
just
wouldn't be talking about it right now.
Stone says,
One more step and I'm putting you down.
but the man keeps walking towards her.
It wasn't my fault.
I'm not sure if they were that self-aware, but
He's
they might have
holding
been.
a gun.
We will figure it out.
Mr. Big, I'm starting to miss the Forspoken voice actors.
On your knees, hands over your head.
It seems like Stone's losing her cool, but this man is bunking far too hard. He raises his pistol and cusses.
Fuck you!
Miss Stone fires.
Well, that's not very nice.
Did I just do that? I just shot him with
With
my
my freaking gun!
HQ, suspect down.
No, there's no reason
For
to
anybody who hasn't seen Forspoken, continue
Stone
to
then
do
walks
that.
into the next room, SWAT style. She opens the door and sees a young boy.
Forsworn,
Stone
whatever
has
it's
her gun
called.
drawn, but the boy doesn't react. He says,
He's dead, right?
I'm afraid so.
She says, smiling.
My name
No, it's Forspoken. I said it
Stone
right.
sits down beside the young boy, and she goes,
Oh. Is the space runaway? I loved the show when I was your age.
No spoilers.
You have my word.
So Stone sits with the boy and watches Space Runaway.
You're not a regular cop, are you?
No, I used to be in jail for war crimes. Anyway,
Yeah, gee, what tipped you off, kid?
How could you tell?
You came in and killed my dad.
What happened here?
He shot Mom. Right in the head.
I need a new mom. Will you be my new mom?
Would you stay with me? At least for a while?
The kid looks deeply into Stone's eyes. And the flashback ends.
Sorry.
All right, so bear with us.
Like,
We've just
wow.
got one flashback. We're about to go into another flashback.
Oh, God.
Talk about a self-fulfilling prophecy.
What?
Just watch.
Alright, so Stone is now an anime.
Oh yeah, by the way, now we're in anime.
Bizarre anime hair. She is of high school.
Because fuck you.
Perhaps she will fall in love with the cute, quiet boy who sits in the corner of the classroom and also happens to be magical?
You're telling me that I have a persona?
You're saying I have to save the world? But I'm just a high school girl.
And finals are next week.
Look at the time. If she doesn't get going now, she's going to be late to school and she'll have to run with a piece of toast in her mouth.
She chooses her favorite Pokemon. Ah.
Bunelby.
Rabbit Chew.
What do you mean, a digital world with digital monsters?
Huh? But what's this? Some sort of broken vial of medicine? Is she injecting some sort of intravenous drugs? Mr. B, this anime is boring. How come this one isn't all pixelated and she's not crying? Anime's over. Anyway, Herzog shows up.
Daijoubu?
Look at her.
I said, you don't look so good. Hannah, you okay?
Yeah, I know. It just suddenly goes into the anime because fuck you.
It's nothing.
Oh, and that's not you know, we got a bit more to go in order for you to understand how bonkers this game is, by the way.
All we can see is the feet poking out of the body.
It really doesn't make any sense.
The feet off the body. And Doc says,
Anyway, I'm still listening
So this
and
guy
reading.
we got here is
Just
one
give
of
me
the
a minute.
people who was robbing the Dower Synthetic headquarters, which you'll remember from this cutscene.
John Doe.
Oh, good, the alcoholic guy. Operating on someone. Perfect.
So we ran a few tests. DNA, retina scan, fingers, nothing. He never existed.
So Stone asks,
Can someone not be in the system?
Nah, when a child is born, he's automatically in the system.
Yeah, I know.
Then why did you ask?
But can somebody hack or alter the data?
Nah, it's all analog.
So essentially, either this guy doesn't have any birth or identification records, which is impossible, or he's connected to people who have the crazy amount of resources you'd need to make someone completely anonymous in this cyberpunk dystopian future.
What a mystery. So then Stone asks, well, what about his gun? Surely there's some sort of information there.
Well,
suddenly the phone rings. Stone walks over to the morgue rotary phone and picks it up.
Hello, Morg here.
Hello, it's me, Vivian, the gunsmith.
I heard you have a gun.
Who told you that?
Her talk.
She then hangs up on the gunsmith.
Hello? Hello? Have you got a gun?
Come on, let's go see the gunsmith. Doodly-doodly-doo, they leave the morgue.
Stone and Doc go and meet with Vivian.
I love that they use Discord sound effects for even, like, hang-up noises in any situation. That's really funny.
You can still find traces of factory stickers.
Where did it come from?
Hard to tell.
It's a mystery. Even I don't know where this gun came from, and I'm Quiet from Metal Gear Solid 5.
So not only was that guy connected enough to be anonymous, but he also had access to secret black market high-end military gear?
How very mysterious.
Now suddenly, Stone gets a call on her Bluetooth headset.
It's the captain. What has he got to say?
Turn on the news. Dower Synthetics filed for bankruptcy. A bunch of synthetics about to start a riot.
Okay, Doc, the captain said that Dower Synthetics just went out of business, and now a bunch of their synths have started a riot in Kowloon Park nearby. We got to get over there and stop them.
Alright, so suddenly the elevator doors open up and there is a police helicopter ready to take them in because they are about to fly off to the biggest, baddest mission they ever done did. We are now in a helicopter and we are headed over to Kowloon Park. That is the scene of the riot.
Hey Herzog,
I
why
thankfully
are
did
the
not
synthetics
break my
rioting?
Soundwave
Yeah,
by
I don't know,
dropping it
Stone.
like that.
Aren't
Sorry,
they just
Soundwave, it
mindless
was funny.
construction robots that don't
At
even
least to
have
me.
souls or feelings? There'd be no need for them to riot. And Herzog continues on to say,
Question. Do synths count as property in a way?
Anybody who owns one of these gamer chairs, you have to know that you have to grab it by the groin and pull it forward for some stupid reason.
interrupted by the captain on the radio. He says,
Stone, give them hell. They might look human. They might act human. They're not. Open fire.
I almost face planted right into my tablet because of the stupid chair.
And Herzog grabs his sniper rifle.
And it's not just me, I've seen other people on stream do it too.
They look down into a children's playground, and they can see a bunch of synths.
I'm so
running
ready to
around.
accuse other people.
Around on the monkey bus. Open fire! Open fire! And Herzog opens fire like it's Sniper Elite 5. Ball shot.
Ah, fine.
No, wait, it's just a super soaker. We're playing in the park.
Bring the bird down. We continue on foot.
The squad land and mop up the rest of the synths. And curiously, Stone
Why does she have a katana? Why does she have a katana? Why does she have a robot arm? Spoiler alert, we're never given any reason for either of those things. She just has those. Because she's so badass. Oh, she's so badass. Oh, she's missing an arm. And she uses a katana and she does it. I'm turning Irish all of a sudden. Oh, Faith and Megora. Seriously, there's nothing there. And granted, I am guilty of giving a character a katana, but there was a reason. I just never got around to explaining what the reason was. You had an entire game. You had an entire game to explain why the fuck she's using katana and why she's missing an arm. You took advantage of none of it. And she's the main character.
finds one of them that hasn't died yet from all of her bullets. She walks
No,
over-
you haven't.
What the hell? He's begging for mercy.
You don't have to do this.
He might just be human after all. Doc comes in and says, "Pay it no mind, Stone."
There's only one thing for this. And then Doc gives the synth a prescription.
Take 2 of these and call me in the morning.
Better be safe than sorry.
All right, now that everyone is dead, the riot has well and
Thanks,
truly
dude.
quelled. So now it's time
That
for
was
Stone and her
helpful.
squad to get
All right,
the
I'll
heck
see
out
you
of there,
later,
before the
Tiger.
cops start coming out.
I'll see you in
going to the helicopter so
the
we can
time
be
it
getting
takes
out
to
of
have dinner with
Wait a
your
minute.
family,
You see that guy in black?
which in my head is
They can
about
see a
an hour,
bald synthetic guy.
maybe an hour
Is
and a
that the
half if
leader of
it's
the synthetics?
particularly talky.
The head synthetic? The Syntho boss?
The boss
In my
baby of
experience,
synths.
I
There's
can
no time for that,
bust
Stone.
through
We
dinner
gotta get back
like
to that
like a half
So
hour,
Stone
but
and
that's
the
just
squad make
because
their way to the helicopter, which is
I
now
live here
landed
with my
deep in the
parents
park.
and
So
we
they
have
run
a
across a
very
small stone
solid
bridge
routine.
towards it.
But
And
then
it's like, here's dinner, here's food,
dink,
eat it or don't. Okay.
Grenade!
Brr.
Get down!
Okay,
Oh my God.
going to do my thing, Dad. All right, bye.
in the blast. Oh no, is she dead?
Oh no, it was actually like a meter. She's fine. Look at her.
But, oh no! A new wave of synths pour in and they start shooting the evac heli. This was an ambush. It's looking bad for Stone, but it's about to get worse. The camera pulls out and we can see that big boss synth standing on the broken bridge, and he's looking down at Stone menacingly. Stone calls out,
Who the fuck are you, man?
And the Syntho
All right,
boss
I'll see you
replies,
after the stream.
"Must be."
I'm going late, so you might want to get back on the stream after dinner because I'm going to be going late.
You would be more synth-pathetic to our peaceful cause, but alas, we must now peacefully
But
fight
in
to the
either
death.
case, I'll talk to you later.
Stone, full of rage, goes running at the synthetic boss. They're fighting. They're duking it out with swords and guns and fists. But Miss Stone is the best fighter of them all, so she bests the Syntho boss. But before she finishes him off,
What is it that you synthetics want? Why are you doing of the riot?
Have you considered that we robots are the real humans, and you humans are actually the robots? You know, so think about it, right?
No, that's kind of stupid.
Oh, well, I thought that might work. Sometimes it does. While they're having this discussion, the helicopter is still taking fire. It's about to crash. Explosion! The blades go flying.
Explosion!
Flames everywhere. Now, at this point, we don't actually know whether the squad was on that helicopter that just exploded. Are they dead?
There's no time to mourn now. I've got to focus on finishing the mission. Killing that boss synth.
But just before she launches into another attack, she's shot. Mr. No!
Right where my armor was.
The camera shot reverses, and we see another synthetic, but this time a lady one.
This female synth was the one that shot Stone, and it looks like she was trying to save the synth boss? The girl synth keeps firing at Stone, and Stone stops, drops, and rolls. While she's busy, the synth boss courageously runs away and jumps onto his own escape helicopter that just appears from somewhere, and he bravely escapes. You know, for the cause. He swings past his synth waifu, and she says,
Can I come too? Alright, but there's no room on board, so you're gonna have to hang out the side.
The synth boss grabs her arm, and she's dangling from the helicopter. A bullet flies in and tears into the boss's chest. But who? It was Herzog!
It was a fake out. The squad wasn't in the helicopter. The robo boss drops his girlfriend. No.
But he can't stop to get her, so the robo boss makes his escape.
End of scene.
Sometime later, the police are now at the park where this whole big gunfight just went down, and they're surveying the aftermath and starting on the cleanup.
And the captain shows up on the scene, and he does not look pleased, not one bit. God damn it, Stone. Do you have any idea the mess you've made? Not one arrest!
This is Kowloon Park, for God's sake.
Damn it, Stone. I said no civilians this time.
What in the world happened here?
Standard police procedure. You know, Cap.
Holy shit. They sure do look human.
You have never seen one before?
Sir, their leader.
Leader?
Yes, there was a guy, heavily scarred, gang tattoos. He seemed to be in charge. He escaped on a helicopter. A black heli, military spec. There was a weird thing about his escape. He had a girl with him.
A female?
Yes.
We got her. She's alive.
The camera pans down, and we see the synth boss's girlfriend lying unconscious on the ground.
I question her.
Herzog then interrupts the captain. He's saying, Captain, I got a theory. Might not be true, but just entertain me for a moment.
Sir, too many things happen at once. The heist, the body, now this.
What do you mean?
Every lead we have says there's a new player in town.
Get to the damn point.
I'm just saying that we might be on the wrong side here.
Oh, shit! Detective Stone has a lead. Wake up. This case reeked from the very start. Do I need to explain how you get paid at the end of each month?
Actually, you kind of do, considering that, well, again, how is she paying for that fake arm? Why is she able to afford katana lessons? And also, what exactly are you paying her for? Like, specifically, like, what is the list? Are you paying her for espionage? Are you paying her for police work? Are you paying her for driving? Gas money? There's food privileges? Like, there's a lot of shit here that is normally accounted for. Dick?
Sorry, Stone, that was cryptic. What I'm trying to say is that I'm aware that this whole synth situation with Dower is very suspicious, but this police force is essentially funded by Dower. So we can't go around asking questions like, why do these synths look and act so concerningly human, Stone? We can't do it.
So do they pay for the donuts?
Just gotta keep your nose to the grindstone and just keep doing the jobs I give you. And we fade to black. We then fade in to Doc putting that female synthetic into the back of a SWAT van.
Okay, shadow government's paying for the donuts, guys.
Back of the van like an old bag of synthetic potatoes.
Whee.
He then closes the door, ending the scene.
You don't have to do this.
We are now back at Police HQ. And we are in the captain's office because we're all in big trouble. Well, you passed the mission. You did everything that was expected of you. See, I'm furious, naturally.
I wasn't born yesterday, okay?
The captain takes a flask of poison out of his top drawer and starts pouring it into his glass. This is the end. I think they're actually trying to imply that it's alcohol. Anyway, he takes a big sip.
It was mixed with coffee, though, so it was fine.
It's not meant to be. It is really.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Shut up, Herzog. I am monologuing, says the captain.
Mistakes are being made. This is not.
I smoke weed, John. It's what I do.
A horn in a glass box.
Sir Nathaniel Wallace used to rally his troops with the sound of this horn. Whenever the Germans heard the horn, they were so scared that suffocating on mustard gas was a better option than face Sir Nathaniel's grit.
Look at this thing on the wall next.
1916. It was later passed along with the revolver to his children that fought the Germans in a different war. The sound of this horn was somebody's bane. Sir Nathaniel's grandchildren fought the Viet Cong. Then his grandchildren's children fought Taliban. Guess what? The sound of this horn meant instant perdition and devastation.
But then the captain becomes wistful, and he says,
"What I didn't have is children. I guess that I was never fit for fatherhood."
Herzog pipes up again.
Sir, I just want to say...
You shut the hell up, Herzog.
But I always saw you as my children.
The cat then turns
what's my favorite kind of donut? Good question. My favorite kind of donut is probably glazed. Not because it's plain, but because I like the way that it leaves sugary goodness on my coffee when I dunk it. Like,
sitting in the chair.
all I have to do is dunk it a little bit, and it leaves this nice little coating on the top of my coffee. It's kind of nice. Just aesthetically.
You have to stay vigilant. Always.
The captain then tells everyone, "All right, get out of my sight."
Dismissed.
Everyone stands up, they go to leave. But we look on Emma's chair, and it's just like a big bloody imprint.
Lieutenant. One more thing. Look, in due time, I won't be able to protect you. You'll have to make hard decisions and take care of the boys.
Listen, Stone, although you're locked up for war crimes, and I always blame you
Give
for
him a
it,
smooch.
one day I'll be passing the torch on to you.
Give him another
Anyway,
smooch. It'll
now
be
you can
fine.
leave. We then fade to black.
Mwah.
And when we open to the
Mwah.
next shot, we see Stone going in for a shower. Ooh.
Do you reckon she's gonna take her clothes off?
Let's find out.
No, they're not gonna spend that much money on a model.
Emma then steps into the shower.
Whoa, shoulders up. Not bad.
The scene ends.
Yeah, called it. But okay, I've seen this before. What do I mean, called it? Okay, to be fair, I've watched this multiple times without paying very close attention. Anyway, I like the jelly-filled ones. No one ever wants. You know what? I feel you on that, Larry. I feel you on that. And I'm warming up to those. I'm actually warming up to those. I didn't used to like those, but I'm starting to like those a little bit more as I grow up.
Some of the random
It's kind of weird.
scenes that happen. You can get a sort of grasp for what the game is like on a minute-by-minute basis.
We open to a neon-lit ramen stall at nighttime.
Vivienne and Stone are now sitting down to a ramen dinner, and they're having a nice girl chat when all of a sudden, no, Herzog shows up.
Hey.
Okay, here's one of the scenes I really want to talk about. Okay, here
What could it be?
I'm not going to talk, but I'm going to pay attention.
Jesus fucking Christ, you're an animal.
No, Stone. I'm a gourmet. Place your bet and let the Wheel of Fortune make a choice for you. Tonkotsu? That's a good one. First, you observe the bowl. Appreciate it.
According to the record of the Yokohama Ramen Museum, ramen originated in China and made its way to Japan in 1859.
Okay, you know how we flashbacked into anime for no reason? Well, now we are going to VO into Australian for no reason.
We know that the first specialized ramen shop opened in Yokohama in 1910. Tonkotsu, the pork bone, is something Lieutenant Hannah Stone was really looking forward to, and so did Sergeant Arnold Herzog.
I have a big question.
What is this?
Why did they do this?
You know, I've been having that same question the whole way through the game. We've edited it down so it doesn't seem so bewildering. But it's like this the whole way through. Then Vivian says what we're all thinking.
Eat the pork.
But Herzog pushes her back and goes,
No. Just touch it. What's important here is to apologize to the pork by saying, see you soon.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Herzog.
Oh, at least slurp the soup.
Shut the fuck up, Herzog.
Sometimes I feel that you hate joy. A good bowl of soup is better than sex, Stone.
You're just doing it wrong. What's the deal with you and this goddamn
What are
soup?
these sentences?
I enjoy life, not the soup. It's pretty good, though. Something I really missed in the can.
That's right. Herzog used to be in jail as well until he was put onto the police
What a great
force.
way to tell us.
At least you had a cellmate.
Okay, enough just watching. Herzog is about to say an important bit, so listen closely.
Was this crazy Russian chick, Kolchak. Well, it's some serious nightmare, if you ask me.
Don't worry, that was actually a critical plot point. That is going to come up later.
They actually locked up a woman with you?
Don't say it.
No, it was me who got locked up with her.
When they arrested him, he was drinking from one of the Dylan
That-
Mulvaney cans. And they went,
Thanks for making that sound really rapey. I mean,
so
ad
at this point,
friendly.
They finally decide to eat food.
That-
They hand over the chopsticks, and then they go, fellas, I don't think the audience is confused enough.
And now we have a quick time event. Because fuck you.
Was all the police force, or
Man, I hope not, because that would mean Hannah has to go back to jail.
for war crimes?
Yeah, for war crimes.
Oop, missed one there. And a new scene begins. We are
What
back
is this?
at the diner, the Atomic Diner.
I thought that was the end of the game. I got really worried. Oh, yes! What happens? What happens?
Miss Stone sits down across from the...
Yay, more awkward dialogue. I'm not even
Here,
fucking
that's
kidding.
riding chops. They are going to swap between 4 talking points in the space of 1 sentence. Watch this.
Hey.
Hey yourself. You want something? My treat.
Doc starts by trying to butter up Stone by offering to buy her anything she wants off the menu.
How's your drink?
Tastes like regret.
Stone then pivots to addressing Doc's crippling alcoholism.
Stone, you sure don't want a slice of that bacon?
Doc tries again and offers Stone some of his food this time.
Spare me the sin of making you lose weight.
Completely unprovoked, Stone just calls Doc fat, which is never okay, by the way.
You think?
Now, I don't feel like that they do a good job of conveying this, but imagine that rapid fire. Like, imagine that conversation rapid fire. No one talks like that. Robots don't talk like this. It's kind of fascinating. An AI program wouldn't come up with this kind of dialogue. It's kind of fascinating, and I kind of want this game just to hear the stuff that they left out.
Think you can ask Madame Wong if she has a thing for me? Like, you know.
Oh yeah, Matt, by the way, remember when I went woo with her being really tall next to that really short woman? That was Madame Wong.
Oh, that lady from the vending
Yeah,
machine
her.
earlier.
that was very clearly into Stone. Well, Doc has a thing for her and wants Stone to see if he has a chance. That's why he was trying to bribe her.
I think that seat is taken.
Stone then says that no, Madame Wong's probably already taken. If this is getting confusing, don't worry, because Madame Wong never comes up in the story ever again. But don't worry, guys. Herzog's just showed up. Here he is, the life of the party.
Oh, I bet he's got a joke and everything.
Oh, and Vivian's with him too.
Yeah, so thank God we got invested into that because it's never coming up again.
Oh, okay. Come on, Herzog, what do you got?
I bet he walks in and goes, "Whoa, I'm from Wisconsin."
He points out, man, Doc's fat.
Jesus, would you please stop?
All right, knock it off.
You seem to be very hostile today, Hannah.
Today?
Shut the hell up, all of you!
Shut the hell up, all of you motherfucker.
He has for this team.
Doc takes another sip of alcohol.
Vivian pipes up to cut the tension.
I think I'll have a shake.
And Stone says,
Slurping off screen.
To deserve you.
Now, there's a note here from the editor, and it says this. There is no editing here.
Oh, yeah, no, wait, no, this is really funny. Yeah, no, I don't want to interrupt this. Oh, shit.
Shut the hell up, all of you!
She is under a lot of stress with the weight of the responsibility she has for this team.
Doc takes another sip of alcohol.
Doc's an alcoholic, because that's all he is as a character.
Vivian pipes up to cut the tension.
I think I'll have a shake.
And Stone says,
What did I do to deserve you?
Now, there's a note here from the editor, and it says this. There is no editing here. This is just simply the next scene. We are now doing a karaoke minigame. In German to 99 Luftballons. But then by the end, they're all up dancing. You know what? All's forgiven, says the captain. The inexplicable scene ends. And mercifully, so too does the...
Who made this? Who made this?
You seem to be very hostile
Who?
today, Hannah.
Shut the hell up, all of you! Hey.
So, we move on to the next scene.
Hey, yourself.
Stone meets up with Doc and Cortez outside of the interrogation room at Police HQ. Through the window, we can see that female synthetic sitting alone at the interrogation table. Stone asks,
I want to draw somebody
Doc
doing a
pipes up.
silly
He
dance
says,
now.
I don't know, Stone. She's meant to be a synth, but everything about her almost seems human.
Oh, they actually have an
Stone
interesting...
enters the interrogation room.
Here's the other thing that's really tragic about this game. They actually have a decent plot twist. I know. They don't mention it outright, I mean, and you have to actually wrap your brain around it, but they actually had a decent idea in this game, which makes it extra disappointing that it didn't pan out better.
God, she's tall.
There are a few questions I need to ask you.
So,
Got a protocol
nothing
or
wrong with
something?
that.
Protocol?
Nothing wrong with Tom Withern, my guy.
On how you should be questioned by the police.
There's no firmware, officer.
All right, look, there's a lot of very cryptic dialogue, so we're just going to simplify it for you. The answer is no. There is no protocol for these synthetics to talk to the police.
Believe it or not, this information's actually a little bit important.
A number? A number?
My name is October.
The robot rejects the idea of a number. This is my name instead. I am human.
Who gave you the name?
I am the human.
October shrugs, but she isn't going to say. So Stone changes tack. She says, "You know, you are awfully calm right now."
You don't seem to be bothered by all this.
What's the worst thing that could happen?
Well, says Stone, very threateningly.
Bunch of things, if you don't act along.
First question.
Why did you attack the police?
When Dower Synthetics seized all operations, we were to be recalled by the bank. Do you know what recall is?
No, I don't.
Disassemble.
Get recalled.
New mission. New memories, if any.
Stone clarifies.
So they
Disassemble!
angry or something?
Just make you forget things.
They do, and I'm angry about it. Grr, I don't want that to happen to me.
I don't want to forget things.
I mean, to be fair, if your memory is erased and you're okay, go do this other thing with your blank memories. I mean, your memory is, you're not the same person anymore, right? I mean, you could take me and my mannerisms and whatever, but if you wipe my brain clean and just put me in the middle of Ohio and shove me in a general direction, I'm not really me anymore, am I? I'm depending on the kindness of strangers at that point. Anyway. It's just like, yeah, you have your memory wiped, you know, I don't think that's you anymore. So I can kind of understand that. It's the by the way, we're doing the iRobot thing. Anybody seen iRobot? Because we're basically doing that. I did not murder him.
Detroit Become Human.
Oh, so that.
Also, iRobot. Stone tells that robot to calm down.
I get it. Stop the drama, okay?
All right, let me ask you the next question. What do you...
But if your memory's wiped,
exactly. Like,
you're not a person anymore. You're
But what do
a
you do
different thing.
on a
You know,
day-to-day
you're
basis? What's
you're
your
somebody
job?
else. Is all I'm trying to
October
say.
gestures, asking Stone for one of her cigarettes. Stone obliges. She lights it in her own mouth before putting it into October's. They call that one the old jailbird kiss.
I just want to point out, she's not handcuffed.
October then laments. She says,
That's
I
generous.
was working in a steel mill, and it was really tough. They used us to do all the really hard work, and also there was dangerous stuff. It is a very tough life to be a synth.
Stone says,
It must have been a difficult
I
job
heard that wrong.
working
I'm not
in a
going to
steel
say what I
mill.
thought
Must
she
be a
said.
shithole.
Yes, that is why I ran away. That is why I tried to escape. All right, says Stone. Let me ask you the next question.
When were you activated?
When were you born? How old are you?
I don't remember.
My memories have been wiped too many times for me to know just how old I truly am.
But Stone's on to the next question. She asks,
Could you look
I
at your
heard that
own
you guys
body
have
and
some
take
sort
a
of
wild
special
guess?
mobile implants on you.
What's the purpose?
Especially
What do they
considering,
do?
you know,
Pain, mostly.
I can't
The
say
implants
why.
exist to
She
cause
should
pain.
know.
Why,
She
that
should
sounds
at
like
least
a
have a
terrible
vague
implant. I wouldn't
idea.
want that.
So if a violation occurs, I get zapped.
Zap?
Yeah.
Do you feel pain?
Do you?
I don't get it. If you're a synth robot and you don't want to get zapped, why don't you just obey? What reason would there be to not just comply with your orders?
Sometimes you get tired.
wait, you get tired? As a synth?
You don't get it, do you? I'm flesh and bones, just like you.
She's only human, after all.
I mean, then why is Stone putting the blame on her?
I just don't get it. Furthermore,
This could be
says
done
the
so
synth
much
lady,
more clever. Gosh
No
darn it.
food and water.
That's why this game actually is
we don't
interesting
make
and makes
this
me
up,
mad
right?
at
Really
times
says
because
In
they
fact,
had a
it would
really
be
good
better to be
idea.
a robo-sex worker in this world than to be having to do all this hard labor.
Ah.
Let me put that in a more crass way.
I'm gonna save it for when they actually do the reveal,
shortcuts
even
over
if
to
it's
the two
obvious.
Doc's like, a good fuck, huh? Yeah, right.
Wait, listen, you gotta dress for the job you want. You can't be hanging out still in your construction worker outfit if you're gonna go be a robo-sex worker.
You know how it is. You're going down the red light district. It's kind of dark.
I guarantee you David Cage heard about this game and went,
Girl.
oh
But
fuck,
she's
why
very
didn't I
high
think of
vision.
that?
That's her.
But then if the police come along, you just stand beside some cones.
Yeah.
You're like, it's
I
fine, it's
guarantee
fine.
it.
Stone finally asks October about the leader of these rebel synths. She says,
Who was the Scar drone? Is he the one calling the shots?
But October doesn't give out any information. Stone gets very frustrated at that.
Look, I ain't got all day. Here's what's going to happen next.
Shut
My
the
boys will get
hell
Zombie and
up,
Scar
all
team
of
fucking
you.
carcass apart. Now make sure
I'm
you
trying
get
to drink
it.
my shit.
Got that?
but October, she doesn't care much for Stone's threats. She says,
I came into this world in a body bag. I have no trouble leaving it in the same manner.
So Stone calms down. She goes,
Believe it or not,
"Well,
that's also
Please, F1A.
relevant.
Says Stone derisively.
Not just like
deliberately
her
not
being an
using
edgy
October's
teenager.
Real name.
But then October flips the script. She
Which,
asks
again,
her a
is just
question
like one of those moments of
Stone
like,
might just not have the answer to.
you had something here, gosh dang darn it.
A synth.
I'm not.
Oh well, case closed.
That's the beauty of it. Not everyone is a mindless doll. Sometimes they wake you up, you know, with memories of yesterday.
Which is my cryptic way of saying they often give synths fake memories. So you have a false backstory to your whole life. You could be a synth, Miss Stone. Just like moi. Do you ever have flashbacks, Miss Stone? You know, anime style?
That's dumb, says Stone. But you have given me lots to think about.
Stone then turns and
Asterisk flutters eyes.
Stone meets back up with Doc and Cortez.
Doc says, wow, the organic way that she acts and speaks. I gotta say,
She's human.
after all.
Wait, but wasn't Doc the guy that in the previous scene just shot one that was begging for his life in the head?
Oh,
while
yeah.
unarmed?
Uh-oh. Yes, she very much seems to think that she is human.
But then what do we do next? Says Doc.
Stone says, you should.
Take blood samples. Figure it out.
That'll help us to figure out if maybe they're more than just robots. Maybe they're made with pieces of human or something. We have to find a quantifiable way to figure out how much blame to put on them.
What other plans?
How much blame to
Doc
put on
reluctantly
them.
agrees. And that's the end of the chapter?
I don't want to forget things.
Shut the hell up, all
Back
of
in from
you.
black.
I'm
And
drinking
Sue
my
Gordon,
ship.
We're in another anime flashback.
Miss Stone is there in the waiting room of our hospital.
You can call her Stone Chan, it's fine.
She's looking around at all the other sick patients. Ooh, they disgust her. Stone stands up and walks forward. And she kind of looks like, oh, when's my turn to see a doctor?
Don't worry.
Then, to her right, a kindly nurse comes over.
What is
and
the
says,
point of
"Don't
the
worry, Miss
anime
Stone,
parts
You'll get
like
all the
that?
medicine you need."
It doesn't even look accurate to her character in any way, shape, or
Kindly nurse
form.
leads Stone down the
Like,
solemn
it's not
halls of the
even the
hospital.
parts that make her character
finally, Stone reaches
interesting
the doctor's
in
office.
the actual
doctor's
parts of the game.
drinking
She's
some
not
sort of
tall.
fancy tea while
Doesn't
he's
have
reading the
that
newspaper.
wild hair. She doesn't even have the samurai sword, which makes even less sense.
He offers Stone a seat and then places a blue folder with a bag of red pills in front of her. Stone pipes up. She says,
What's this?
The treatment.
I mean, it's clearly supposed to be her,
I
same voice
don't
actress.
understand.
Latent tuberculosis infection is no joke. This is isoniazid. Once daily for 9 months.
Mr. B, what's happening?
so it would seem that Hannah Stone is here about the treatment of latent tuberculosis.
Ooh, who'd she get that from? Probably sharing toilet seats or something.
Okay, okay. You need me to sign something?
This is really supposed to be the same. What you couldn't find somebody with a similar accent that sounded just slightly younger, although then you would have to determine where the fuck she's supposed to be from.
How much?
8,000.
You know I don't have the number of that which money number?
Where am I supposed to find the money?
Okay,
That's
that
for the
is
first month.
very close
You have
to what she's.
insurance?
Your insurance covers ambulance costs. Maybe a doctor's visit. It doesn't cover the drug.
What kind of people are you?
What
So it
kind
looks like
of?
Stone needs this life-saving medicine.
So, tell me, what's the purpose of that? Let me see if it shows up on the stream, what I'm circling. Yeah, the cleavage there? So, what's that? Do you hide something in there? You got like a knife or something that you can, is that like your special little? Oh, I get it. You hide key cards in there so that if you run into if you run into Solid Snake, you can show off that you have a compartment that other boys don't have, or maybe you're a fucking idiot and you should dress properly.
For the tuberculosis. but it costs too much money.
Now,
let's just take this.
Or
simply.
her wallet. It could be her wallet, Larry. You're right. It could be her
At
wallet.
what point do you discuss the payment of pharmaceuticals with the doctor?
Never. It's like, what are you going to do? Negotiate? Like, what's...
I like the idea. How much is it going to cost? He doesn't know it. 8,000.
$2? It's just like, it's completely wrong.
Also, this is not how healthcare works, even in America, so I don't know what the hell this game is trying to say.
An evil smile. He loved that. He loved that.
I love it when people die.
Think I'll
I love it.
He takes one of the bills and puts into his pipe and then takes out a $1,000 bill and slides it.
I'm going to smoke. I'm going to smoke my own fortune.
Only the check.
I love being
Herzog had a hunch
stupid.
on something. He started digging around in the archive.
Okay.
And he found an old
I thought
tape.
maybe an ad
He
was
wants
for him.
everyone to watch it.
Watch this.
In the footage, Hannah Stone is sitting on one side of the table, interviewing a guy on the other side, Mustafa Mercer. Now, we haven't met Mustafa Mercer before.
But Hannah has.
While looking at the monitor, Stone says,
Mustafa Mercer.
Who?
My first case. Maybe second.
Take the cotton balls out of your mouth. Why are you talking like that?
Would have had a chance.
That can't just be your accent.
Herzog says that he's familiar with the case.
Fast forward this bullshit.
Herzog fast forwards to a good bit. This is where Stone shines. Her powers as an interrogator unmatched.
You do understand that I will fucking kill you.
Which you actually can't do.
Got the hell off all of you.
Threats aside, Mustafa then says something pretty interesting. He says,
I came to this world in a body bag. You think I'm afraid to leave it the same way?
He said poetically. Wait a minute. I've heard that badly written, broken piece of English before. This is what the female synth was saying.
And a body bag.
maybe they know each
Really?
other.
Doesn't this
Maybe
kind of
we've got
come off as
ourselves
a David
lead.
Cage game? Doesn't it? It's kind of weird.
Stone's neurons are
Like
firing.
the David Cage game that never was,
Too many things at
but
once.
actually happened.
Well, I better go talk to this
But
Mustafa
in
Mercer guy and see if he
an
knows
even
anything
worse
about these
accent.
simps. We see the last little bit of this interrogation footage.
Playing tough with me, girl?
God damn it, there is a decent joke in there somewhere, but I'm not talented enough to write it.
No, she turned her body cam off.
So she shoots Mustafa and then goes, it looks like I got my confession.
See, in what universe does that look like anything like the girl in the anime? What the fuck? Not, I mean, like, yeah, creative liberty and all that, but you could have at least made her tall. At the very least, I could have at least made her tall. That would have made her stand out. It's the one thing. It's the one thing that's truly unique. That is, whatever.
Doc asks,
Did you let him go?
Uh-huh. I'll take Cortez.
She certainly looks like a type of woman that would wear a blue-haired mohawk at some point, doesn't she?
That is just this game. And then the scene ends. Stone and Cortez head off to find Mustafa Mercer. The scene opens to the beautiful stone facade of a club called the Deaf Panther Club.
Stone and Cortez roll up in their Maserati police cruiser. But as they approach the front entrance, the doors swing open and two dudes start walking out.
Damn, that bitch is heavy.
It looks like they're bouncers, and they're carrying what looks like a body bag. The bodyguards say,
Oh, she fucking OD'd, man. What's with the bag?
If she comes through,
What
she
the
gets a discount code.
Okay. Oh,
Too many.
Fuck off! There's no way I heard that right. There's
this
no
Mustafa
way.
Mercer
Oops,
guy
sorry,
and
I
see
got
if
this.
he
I
knows
got
anything
it.
about these simps. We
There's
see
no
the
way
last
I
little
heard
bit of
that
this
right.
interrogation footage.
Playing tough with me, girl? I've seen tough.
Find Mustafa.
That bitch OD'd. That bitch OD'd. What do we do now? Like, there's no way. There's no way. That's what I just heard. There's no way. Just curds.
And then the scene ends. Stone and Cortez head off to find Mustafa Mercer.
Yeah,
The scene opens to the beautiful stone facade. Of
no
a club
way.
called The Deaf Panther Club.
Stone and Cortez roll up and
I zone out, but it's like every now and again. I tune in and I hear something like that. And I'm like, excuse me, squeeze me, baking powder, hold the mayo, hold the mustard.
Damn, that bitch is heavy.
It looks like they're bouncers, and they're carrying what looks like a body bag. The bodyguards say,
"Oh, she fucking OD'd, man. What's with the bag?"
If she comes to, she gets a nice raincoat. If not,
Okay. Oh, we've even got.
Nah, I liked what I imagined in my head better.
You're gonna leave that out the front of the club?
Oh well.
Stone and Cortez walk up to the front doors and push them open.
But you know, what they actually said IRL was actually worse than what I imagined.
They open the door, and I believe.
Well, worse in terms of like, oh, that wasn't nearly as shocking. I thought I heard them say something way worse.
Maniac is playing.
Yeah, let's
And
go.
Stone and Cortez are advancing through the packed nightclub with their weapons drawn.
They head through a couple of very large doors, and they enter copyright-safe, regular 3D world.
The camera zooms across the private back room of the club, and we see Mustafa Mercer. He's a black guy with white hair in a cool blue jacket with leopard print on it, and also a monocle.
Ooh.
Now this is the guy from the interrogation tape from before. Stone and Cortez saunter their way over, still vibing from that sweet club track.
But the camera jumps up to a mysterious woman sitting on a balcony. She has purple hair and a rugged, no-nonsense style. And she says aloud while throwing gang signs.
Welcome to the worst day of your life.
Wait, Mr. B, who the hell is this?
You'll remember.
Well, I couldn't hear that incorrectly because I saw it.
One of the women that heard
And I can safely say that was
And
cringe.
there was this crazy Russian chick, Kolchak.
Oh.
And he said that she's one rough, tough zombie. Stone confronts Mustafa.
The party is over.
You heard the lady.
So Stone pulls out her pistol, the very same pistol that she shot Mustafa in the leg with in that interrogation tape all those years ago. And she says,
Same gun. Would you please stop munching in front of me?
Stop the munching, all of you.
Oh my god, we gotta save the universe? We gotta... Are you asleep over there?
It's that?
Now Mustafa says...
Oh my god, are they right? Are we actually gonna do that? No, that joke's not coming up.
Stone's very smug. She looks around, she's like,
I don't see anyone.
Enough foreplay, says Stone. Stone tosses over a photograph of October, that female synth from before. And she goes, do you know who this is? Now, Mustafa says,
I mean, she looks like a bad bitch and totally my type, but I have no clue who she is. Sorry.
I'm not a very bashful person about saying weird things, but I just don't think I'd ever be comfortable referring to a woman that I'm involved with as a bad bitch.
I mean, I'd get it tattooed, but I wouldn't say it.
So Mustafa says, I don't know nothing. But Cortez, he's not buying it. He mouths to Stone.
That's the first time he's ever spoken.
He just mouths words.
He can mouth stuff the whole time?
Yeah, he still knows English, doesn't he?
Oh my god. Now at this point, the armed bad guys in the room start to encircle Stone and Cortez. They're getting ready for a fight.
Now this is one dance circle you don't want to be in.
Now Mustafa says, that bad bitch must have told you that I was somehow implicated in her schemes. Otherwise you wouldn't be here right now. Yeah, come on, spill the beans. Tell me what you know, Mustafa.
What the fuck do you want from me?
Tell me more.
Yeah, alright. I'm involved. But it's a difficult, complicated situation. And the reality is this.
When money talks, few are deaf. I took the job.
See, that's not a bad
What choice
line.
did I have?
That's actually not too bad.
Of saying I was paid by
It's broken Englishy, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad.
the leader of the synth rebellion.
There are some bits in here that aren't And
Tell me more.
I know what the twist ending is, and that makes me even more angry that this didn't go in the right direction, because this could have been something special.
Dun dun dun. Although the truth is, I would like to stop.
Why don't you just doing stop of the smuggling?
You
have.
Dude, but I wouldn't say it.
So Mustafa says, I don't know nothing. But Cortez, he's not buying it. He mouths to Stone.
That's the first time
Wait,
he's
wait,
ever
wait,
spoken.
wait, wait.
He just mouths.
Oh, hell. Okay, I didn't comment on that at all. Yeah, so apparently he can talk, even though his whole thing is that he's deaf, and he's only been doing sign language this whole time. In case you can catch on to that. So it's like, there's some interesting ideas here.
That I was somehow implicated in her schemes. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here right now. Yeah, come on, spill the beans. Tell me what you know, Mustafa.
What the fuck do you want from me?
Tell me more.
Yeah, alright. I'm involved. But it's a difficult, complicated situation. And the reality is this.
But it's not.
When money talks, few are deaf. I took the job. I mean, what choice did I have?
Which is my very cryptic way of saying,
I was paid by August. Who's that bald guy that you saw on the helicopter, remember? He's the leader of the Synth Rebellion.
I was paid by him to do a job.
Tell me more.
That's pretty much my main role. To smuggle synths for August and help his cause.
To have a
You know
nickel
why I
on
do
my
it?
eye.
Because I'm a synth as well.
Dun dun dun.
Oh.
Although the truth is, I would like to stop.
Why don't you just doing stop of the smuggling?
That's it.
You see, nobody knows that I'm a synth. August and October knew, though. So they were leveraging that information against me. Threatening, blackmail. That's illegal.
Now, the bewildering conversation blathers on for a while, till suddenly, in Stone's earpiece, Doc patches in with an update.
Stone, she's 100% human.
Referring to October.
Oh, yeah.
What the actual fuck?
So basically, at that moment, the big revelation of the game is opened up. Those robot slaves were just human slaves. Wait till Mr. Lincoln hears about this.
They don't have the technology to
Here's
make
the
what
interesting
they
part.
know yet, but they can
The
augment
David Cage
normal
wishes
people.
he
Correct.
thought of this
So they
part.
augment them, market them as synths, so they can get around, slave labor laws, those pesky slave labor laws.
Yes, so we shall make them garbage men and do difficult jobs.
Like being a working mum.
It's the hardest job of all.
Yeah, so basically, the idea is that people are selling themselves into slavery, and then the people who are making synths are selling those people with augmented parts and claiming that they're androids or whatever, but they're actually just people augmented with parts and trying to pass them off as cyborgs. That's genius! That's a really cool idea! Dude! That is brilliant! That is a super smart, big brain 3D chess move idea! And it's wasted on this piece of shit!
Stone says, but why don't you want?
You could have so many. You could have commentary on the medical industry. You could have a commentary on politics. You could have. Oh man, the level of commentary you could have with that, and they pissed it all away on this game. That sucks.
Want people to know that you're a synth? Maybe it's a good thing. Be proud of your synth stuff.
But Mustafa says,
No, they'll just treat me like a robot.
You think they care?
Do you think they really care that I look just like a normal person?
Now Stone says in an Emmy Award-winning way,
People would have figured out.
there's no way anyone could keep a secret like that. People would have figured it out. But that's the thing, Stone.
And they did. They fucking did.
And you know what they did once they found out these were real people and not slave robots? They were just enslaved people? Nothing!
Nobody cares.
So what? Somebody has to shovel the radioactive shit left after the war. Somebody has to drive a garbage truck.
As long as it's not them, they just look the other way. At this point, Mercer
Yeah,
gets very
nah.
angry.
Yeah,
and he decides to pull out his gun. Now
They're doing it in the most heavy-handed way possible, but this is a really interesting idea. If the, like, let's say, I mean, think of District 9. This is a really interesting idea. You could do so much with this.
they're already pointing their guns at him, so he immediately gets shot in the head. And his Traeger juice goes all over the table with his blueberry pie.
Was he having like high tea or something?
Stone and Cortez fight their way through Mustafa's men and try to make their escape through the club via the roof. But,
Dip to black. Open. Tom Cruise. Here he is.
I just turned 61.
I do all my own stunts, you know.
Now we're not just fighting employees of the club. We're fighting those armored, I guess, mercenaries?
Now, these are Tom Cruise's men, and they are much tougher than the regular bouncers.
They do all their own stunts. But wait, Tom Cruise is Richter's right-hand man, remember, from the start of the game? So, does that mean that Mustafa's been working with him the whole time?
No, that just
down
means
does
there's.
this conspiracy go?
I won't
I
spoil
tell you how
it.
far
Just
down
watch.
it goes. Right to the top. Right, Stone and Cortez fight their way up the stairwell and onto the roof of the building.
Just remember, anytime you think they're about to do something clever, they're about to hit you with 5 really stupid ideas in a row.
Rings out.
Have you lost Medicaid or CHIP? At healthcare.gov.
Thank you, Internet Historian, for at least being merciful with the ads. I mean, seriously, this has been like, what, 30, 40 minutes? Dude, like, an hour. That's the first ad we've had since like 40 minutes ago. That's pretty generous.
Cortez! He's just been quickscoped! No! Oh, it's not looking good.
Oh no, Cortez! Are you alright?
Stone pulls Cortez into cover, and then she pushes out with her gun at the ready. She's gonna find this shooter. But it seems the shooter found her. With a whoosh, someone appears behind Stone.
Oh my god,
This is the lady that Herzog was in jail with. Now this purple-haired lady, she's in a special ghillie suit, and she's holding a cool sniper rifle. But most importantly,
she goes invisible.
Stone just swings her katana
Wait, what?
wildly into the air until she eventually hits this invisible lady a couple of times.
Also, not a
Stone
bad
and the
looking, I
invisible
mean, not a
lady,
great
they
looking
charge each
effect,
other
but not
with
bad.
their blades drawn, and
There was real effort put into this game. I think that's the most
Stone
interesting
runs back over to
thing.
Cortez. I killed that lady.
I think the more interesting bad games are the ones that are a dumpster fire, but gosh darn it, they were so close to being something interesting and new.
Anyway.
We got to get out of this place, Cortez. Look, the helicopter is floating in the airspace. Oh, and look, Doc and Herzog is inside of there.
I might do a Let's Play
It
of
ain't
this
over yet,
game. I'm
Stone.
not gonna lie.
Tom Cruise just bursts through the door. He is up on the roof now, and he is furious with the box office numbers for Ghost Protocol.
quick guys, you gotta get to the chopper.
Now, Tom Cruise has a very swift and confident stride.
I doubt this game will ever go on sale, though. So
You know, he's actually doing that straight. That's not a stunt
probably
double.
not.
Stone lifts Cortez up onto
If it
the
ever goes on
helicopter.
sale, though,
Get this helicopter moving.
I'll grab it.
We gotta get Cortez some medical attention. Stat. That means quick. But luckily, Doc is on board. He's gonna do some medicine.
Doc!
Oh,
Don't you stand there.
good. The alcoholic.
Operate.
The chronic
Do you
alcoholic.
reckon they do
The
improv
still
surgery
active
with, like, a
chronic
pizza knife
alcoholic.
and, like, oh man, we gotta get moving.
Yeah, let's
Tracheotomy
have
with
him
pen.
do emergency
And
surgery.
then, into the scene comes Richter. Remember from the start of the game?
We just saw
He's a
him
bad
get
guy.
blasted on
This is a great
Irish
chance for
coffee
me
this
to do a
morning. Let's
shoot
have
kill
him
on
do
both of
delicate
them.
surgery.
Take aim,
That's
soldier.
responsible.
This chance
How
I won't
relatable.
miss.
Hashtag
But Doc
relatable.
says, no, Stone. Don't do it. Cortez is in bad shape.
We need to get out right now if we want to save him.
Especially if you're considering me helping him.
One shot. Need to evac now.
There was no time to fire a gun.
Richter is still alive, and he's gonna be a big problem.
The team fly back to HQ of the police station. We gotta save Cortez. That's what matters. Friendship.
Family.
End of chapter.
Packet peanuts.
Fast forward this bullshit.
I appreciate them doing the little
Stone
chapter
and the team
things, even though
rush
they
into
didn't
police
need
HQ,
to.
and they
I mean,
decide
there's
to
a lot
perform
of effort put
emergency
into
surgery
these,
for
even
Cortez
though,
right
like,
here on one of the office
zero
desks
effort is needed.
instead of in the morgue or somewhere with actual medical equipment.
So they knock all the stuff off,
And they go, Cortez, we gotta save you. Your femoral artery, it's been severed by the bullet. I gotta suck out the poison or something. Shit.
I gotta suck out the bullet.
Again.
It's only one thing for it. Emergency circumcision. Hold him.
Now,
Emergency
Doc pours himself a
circumcision.
shot of
Hold
mineral
him.
alcohol and then drinks it. Then he pours a second shot, and this time puts all the surgical implements.
I wouldn't trust that man to do my line art, let alone my bullet wound surgery. Really? Medical alcohol. Do you guys realize how much alcohol that is? That's not just like, oh, well, you are a stupidly insane alcoholic if you're doing that. You are drinking 90% pure grain alcohol. 90%, at least. And that guy is going to just do a straight up full-blown coffee mug's worth. All right, time to perform surgery. Let's go. What the hell is wrong with you people?
Sterilizing them. Cortez
And then drink it again. Fuck it.
is lying shirtless on the desk. Doc
Wow.
comes up. Uh-oh.
Hold
He
it.
did it right in front of you, too. You guys are sucky friends. Shut up, Firehouse subs. Wow, what a group of shitty friends.
Well, there's nothing wrong with his prostate, but we're gonna have to remove this bullet. Doc mainlines in some painkillers.
Sorry, Doc. You're gonna feel a slight pinch.
Seriously, what a bunch of shitty friends.
Now it is time to surgical.
Doc licks his fingers.
Making first incision.
The textures on the ash.
I mean, that wasn't an editing joke. That's actually in the game. He drinks a thing of surgical alcohol before he does surgery. I can't get over that. Also, by the way, let's watch these textures load in on this ashtray. Because he's also smoking while he's doing this too, because fuck it.
Ashtray pop in with life. Doc manages to pull out the bullet from Cortez. He's done it.
Cortez is saved.
We're good.
Don't touch it. Look at all the blood on your hand. It's an open wound.
And Doc goes, well, while we're here, let's just perform that circumcision, huh?
Hold him.
Okay, so it's later now, and the gang is holed up in the police HQ.
I still
Cortez is
can't believe
fine,
that they
no
put that
worry.
in the game thinking it was
Now,
endearing.
ever since that incident at the Deaf Panther Club, Stone and her squad are being
That's
hunted
disgusting.
down by Richter and his Tom Cruise gang.
The hell,
it's
man?
merely a matter of time before they attack the police HQ.
You can't do that. Look, even Doc's on the lookout.
He's
That
literally
makes
Dr. Nick from
We
The
can't just
Simpsons.
stand
Exactly.
around looking
Thank
wistfully out the
you.
window.
Like, what the
We
fuck?
gotta get a plan going, Stone.
What the heck is that?
Suddenly, Herzog and Vivian burst into the room, and they have October with them. Now that everyone's here, I need you to listen up. Richter is on his way here right now. I know.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
scared.
He even kind of looks like him. He just has glasses. Oh my god. And chubby. Although kind of hard to translate as yeah, whatever.
But I have a plan. We're going to team up with this synth girl and fight our way out of the building.
But then Herzog pipes up and says, Stone, I'm not working with a robo. People might think that I'm robotic too.
They might think I'm a robosexual.
We'll be doing the killing on her if
I
they
better do
catch her.
another drawing.
We're
I'm
gonna
just,
help her because we're the good guys.
Now Doc chimes in.
Having fun.
They're already
Hey, I did a
The
decent
station
little
is
walk-in
now
pose
being
there.
invaded.
I guess.
Everybody, get out your guns from their holsters and put bullets in them.
So Stone and the gang
Put
fight
bullets
their way
in
through
my
Richter's
pocket
mercenaries
holsters.
in an
Got
attempt
it.
To escape police HQ. It looks like they're going to make it to the exit, but oh no. Tom Cruise himself appears and closes the door that they're going to go through.
I've got you now, Stone. Now, Stone is looking directly at Tom Cruise, pointing her gun at him, when suddenly, bang, a bullet hits near her foot. She turns around to see who fired it. Tom Cruise again?
Yeah, there's two
Well, it seems like
Tom
Tom Cruise really does
Cruises
have
in
a stunt
this
double.
fucking game because,
Stone?
oh my god,
Stone,
who
you
the
want to say
fuck
something?
wrote this?
But both of these Toms are cruising for a bruising. So Stone and
I mean, of course, they're not literally named Tom Cruise, but look at them.
Iwamo Shinderi used them with her katana.
I
And
could
then the
even look at
squad
that guy
blows
from
up
that
the
angle
door,
and tell it was Tom Cruise.
and walks their way in.
You alright, Stone?
Also, no story behind the robot
We gotta
arm
get out
or
of
the
here.
katana at all.
All good. Let's go.
End of the very action-packed.
But, you know, we have plenty of time to learn about her Killer 7, Killer is Dead background. Killer 7, Killer is Dead background, you know. It's not like the video's almost over or anything. We're totally going to learn about why she has a robot arm and a katana. We're totally going to learn about that. It's not just going to be there for no reason whatsoever. Don't think that because it's not true and you know what? You're acting crazy right now for thinking that, and you need to calm down. Just gaslight my audience.
Chapter.
Detective Stone, this time you won't be saved by the bell.
She probably already
Been seen
explained
to
it
the
in
squad.
unison.
The streets are swarming with Richter's mercenaries. What are the gang gonna do? Everywhere they turn, they're ambushed by bad guys. They can't win this fight, so they retreat down an alleyway.
They get a moment to catch their breath, and then October pipes up. She says,
Oh,
Hey
she's back.
guys, October here. Beep beep boop. I have an idea. Let's get my boyfriend involved.
August will help. You won't make it without him.
Remember him? He's holed up with some people nearby.
It gets better every minute.
So Stone goes, all right, that is good plan. Beep beep boop.
Stone and the squad slink their way through the alleyways of the city, and they come to a very narrow, skinny passageway.
Found a path. This way.
Doc's like, you guys go on ahead. I'll find another way around. Now, once they reach the other side of the alleyway, they run into August. And his team of synthetics is there. And I think we're going to have an all too human moment.
October then runs to August, and he embraces her.
Take the shot! Take the shot, Cortez! You can get them both in one, Cortez! Stand down. Let him love.
They kiss. They touch. They even make love.
And maybe more. The squad watches on in silence, inspired by...
Plot twist. This is actually the guy who is behind the Robot Republic. And now they kiss. They kiss with their weird cigarette fetish. Oh, wait, no, wrong one. Okay, get out. Okay, get out of here. This is a private moment. I'm gonna roll back. I'm gonna roll back. I'm gonna roll back. Let's see the epic conclusion to this very romantic and definitely to be taken serious conclusion that I am not at all taking the piss out of because it was handled poorly.
By the passion and the humanity of it all. Let's turn this frown upside down.
So August and October have a very touching reunion. August then leads Stone and her team to a helicopter. Everyone jumps on and they start to take off.
And they're gonna fly away together to safety to live out the rest of their robot lives.
But before they can even do that,
an explosion goes off and a bunch of the androids are killed. So they start taking off in the helicopter.
but Stone stays on the ground.
Get back down there.
I'll take it from here.
So the squad leaves in the helicopter, and Stone remains behind to have a boss fight.
Suddenly, someone walks into the shop.
They've got steel-toed boots, but literally you can see each of the little piggies. It's Richter! And this is a problem on a scale we've never seen before. Get it, Mr. B?
I don't get it. So Richter, he's wearing a black exosuit, kind of like Raiden from Metal Gear Rising. And he's also got a cool...
Hey, don't bring those comparisons into there. This is a completely original property that has nothing to do with that game. I had no idea that there was any sort of similarity to that game at all, in any way, shape, or form. You shut up. That's why I'm being so defensive, because I'm so sure of the property. Shut up.
Glowing cyber katana, like Raiden from Metal Gear Rising. He is actually the best. He's even got a...
What did I say?
Bad guy quip.
Hoping to get some kind of info from me. It won't matter.
Stone says nothing, at least not with words. She instead talks with her blade.
Stone and Richter.
Yeah, of course she does, because that's such a well-established part of her character, isn't
Stone
it?
slashes Richter, and he stumbles back, and he hits some corrugated iron.
Anybody else smell burning
Stone has him
hair?
cornered. Now she doesn't kill him. Stone instead kicks Richter through the corrugated iron wall, and he falls down from the top of the building that they were fighting on, down into the...
Oh no, my exclusive DLC armor. Okay, their joke was better.
Stone sheaths her blade and walks away from the camera.
Fade to black.
Oh, I joined the football team. The uniform is so bitchin'.
Although their joke was big.
Now, we cut back to Police HQ. It is 3 months later. Is that right, Mr. B?
Yes, as you can see by the date.
That can't be right.
Are you calling me a liar? Anyway, we see a POV shot where we walk into the captain's office. The door opens, and it's Richter!
He survived the fall onto George's car. So Richter walks into the room, and he says, "Good to see you again, you dumbass idiot."
And the captain retorts, "Well, Richter, your mom."
Clearly an insult. Old friend.
Ooh, they're friends?
What the hell are you doing? I'm doing my job.
Now Richter takes a seat, and he says, "You know I'm going to find Stone, right? I'm going to kill her after the things that she did."
The captain stands up. He walks over to the window, pours him and Richter a drink. He says,
The bank really wants to run the city? No problem. Just leave my crew alone.
You know I can't do that.
The captain suspects that Richter is there to kill him. Huh. Well, Richter, looks like it's my time to punch out. And I was just 1 day away from retirement, and my daughter's wedding's tomorrow, and I almost paid off my college loans.
He goes, You know this horn? Now, alluding to Stone, the captain says,
She's not a threat.
She doesn't know, does she? Tell me, what happens when she learns the truth?
The truth that she's a synth. Dun dun dun. And then the captain goes,
I don't know, Richter, but what I do know is that she's the best damn cop I got, synth or not.
Richter then says,
Stone is a wild card. Synths like her are always going to cause trouble.
Now, people like me get paid to make things right.
So Richter reaches for
They're taking lines out of
The
context, so I
honourable
can't
captain
properly
has been
comment.
a thorn in his side for far too long.
I really want to play this game like properly because it kind
So
of
the captain
fascinates me.
also reaches for his gun.
So I can get
Bottoms
things
up.
in proper context.
We cut to outside the office.
I don't
and
think my
then
computer can
2
handle it, though.
gunshots.
Especially
What does that
considering
mean?
that they're
Did they
playing
both
it
die?
on a
Did they
professional
both
computer.
miss? We don't know.
Yeah. And by the
Fade to
way,
black.
What the heck? All right, yeah, but what happens with Stone? Where is she now?
We fade in. We're back
that
with
well,
Stone.
quite
She's in
frankly,
an
that's
old
none
hotel.
of your business.
She picks up an old-timey hotel phone and calls up an orphanage, of all things.
Hello? Don't hang up. You hear me?
Stop.
Oh, she.
calling.
Right, I forgot you.
This is my last warning. He doesn't want to talk.
Yo, wait a minute. Okay, here's another thing for the anime bit. She's clearly a ginger. Look how many freckles she has as a full-grown adult. She still has so many freckles. She would have freckles as a kid, as a teenager, as an adult. Why the fuck didn't she have any freckles in the anime flashback? Not even a couple of spots? Nothing? Really? It's not the same person.
Talk to you.
You want me to back?
They must be talking about that kid, that one that she spared, who she was watching cartoons with.
He's not your son. This conversation is over.
Well, come on, I killed his parents. That makes me his new mom, right?
Fight his keepers, dude.
Look, I know, but please listen to me.
Don't you understand how cruel this is? These
guess
children
not.
tell stories about their parents coming to pick them up any minute now, every single day. Officer, whatever you're trying to
Shut
pull
the
off,
hell up.
it just doesn't work this
Wait,
way.
How many
you're
times
still
I told you
you're
that I
still
would take him
considered an
with me?
officer?
Look, we do appreciate the donations, but we can't let one of our children go.
So,
Why?
Stone wants to adopt that kid from earlier in the game.
The orphanage won't let her because they've got rules.
I like the idea of an orphanage being like,
Look, lady, we can't just give out kids.
You're gonna give it our kids. They live
We
here.
can't let one of our children
That's
go.
crazy talk. What do you
Especially with
think
someone
we're?
like you.
Now,
What do you
while
think
she's on the
orphanages
phone,
just
a group of
give
Ricker's
out
mercenaries
kids?
are running down the hall of the
That's
hotel,
dumb.
and they stack up outside her door.
Go outside and
Busted
tell everybody how
kicks ass.
dumb you are
He
for
needs
the
someone
next
he can rely
3
on.
years.
And it's clearly not you. You visit whenever you want and disappear for a few months. Our institution is not a petting zoo.
I understand.
But then a voice pops up in the background.
He says,
Is that Anna? Yes. Anna! I thought I'd never hear you.
Oh, it's Hannah. I always
here I
thought
am.
that considering
You're
how
so
she
mean
had
to
said her
annoy me.
name, it was
Well, there's a
Anna.
new girl in our class. I think she likes me.
What's her name?
Her name's Olga. Kinda sweet. I also failed a math test last week, but it's okay. I don't bother much about it.
Stone is trying to hold back the tears. And Mr. B, so am I.
Ooh, I joined the football team. The uniform is so bitchin'. We're being sponsored by Continental Standards. You won't believe the kicks they bought us. There's so much going on. Well, when will you drop by, huh?
I don't know, Bruiser. Whenever I can.
All right. You want to speak to Margaret?
No, I'll be going. Look after Olga for me, okay?
Stone hangs up the phone. She's gonna go confront all of Richter's men in this hotel hallway, and it's gonna be really cool. And then she cocks her gun. The men outside her room are about to bust in.
You know,
but
I
she's
also
gonna be ready
appreciate
for
that she has a scar
Fade
like
to
here and here, and the scars
that
aren't like
is the end
perfectly
of the
lined
game.
up.
Are you fucking
Look.
serious?
No, not quite, because there's a post-credit scene. Go ahead and play it.
It's like my favorite Marvel movies.
it gets better every minute.
We fade into the scene, and there's Anime back in time Stone with the blue hair. She's in a small interview room with a man in a suit.
Everyone's just wearing like normal clothes and suits, and then she's just wearing like edge running gear. I don't understand.
She's straight from Cyberpunk, and they're just from a different anime altogether.
Anybody
Sorry
want
if I
to
kept
walk
you waiting.
out the
No
back?
problem.
Give me your full name, please.
My name is Emma Lautner.
How old are you, Emma?
I'm 19.
Okay, this is great.
I'm
Why
sure
are you
you
here today?
think you are.
I urgently need the money.
How much?
I don't know. A lot.
Is there someone you want to help?
Yes. I heard about this place from a friend.
We won't hand you the cash if that's why you're here.
No. I just need to pay for my son's treatment.
Is he sick?
Yes.
She's not the one with tuberculosis. It's her son.
But her son can't be the boy she saved before in the orphanage. Because
Good try
Blue
and
Hair Stone's in the
play this
past.
through
So does that mean that
Geoforce now.
Stone had a
Dunno
kid in the past that she's
you
forgotten about?
ever use it or not.
Okay, so here's what's going to happen.
You're gonna have to elaborate on that,
Continental
Larry,
Standard will
because
pay
I don't
for
know
your
what you
kid's
mean
treatment.
by play
Family
through
values are very
Geoforce.
important to us. We will give you a white-collar job, nothing extraordinary. A year later, you will wake up at one of our locations, not knowing that
I could also
anything
just
ever
watch a
Sign
playthrough
this form
of it on YouTube
and take your
and not pay a dime.
Doesn't that sound a lot like what
I don't
October was
normally
saying?
condone
Like they
that
do
kind
for
of thing.
Sims?
I
When
really
they wipe
don't.
their memory?
But
What
for this
happens when you get
one,
recalled?
considering
New
this is
mission,
definitely
new memories,
not
if
going to
any.
be a fun thing to play.
Sometimes they wake you
I
up
don't know.
with memories of
I don't know.
yesterday.
Mixed feelings.
So Stone was a synth the whole time?
Yeah, yeah. Stone was a
Doc
synth
say
the
that
whole time,
October,
even though
who's
that was
also a
kind
synth,
of obvious.
was actually 100% human?
Stone, she's 100%
Yeah,
human.
she sold her soul for.
Wait, so how does
her
that work?
See, it
son,
turns out no one has invented
baby?
the synth. They are just ordinary
Again,
people
they're-
who have had their memories wiped and then a whole bunch of implants put in them. So what that means is, Stone was an ordinary lady. She had a baby. The baby was ordinary as well. And then it developed latent tuberculosis. Lamau, very sad. But she
very
could not afford the medicine. So she said, I know where I can find the money. You make me a synth, I'll forget my son, and I'll become essentially a mindless robot for you.
But if this is public knowledge that you can do that, then how does this keep from people knowing that this system is broken? You're just like, okay, well, I have money problems, so I'm going to sign up to be a mindless robot and get my memory wiped. I mean, fuck me. I probably would have done that a good couple of years ago if that was an option. I mean, I'm pretty reckless with my choices. There are lots of people that would have signed up for that. But in making that public knowledge, then you know that the robot that you're getting is potentially a human that's been stuffed with a bunch of parts. So, you see what I'm saying? This doesn't quite work. Just like Forspoken, Forspoken had a couple of good ideas in it, but gosh, the dang darn it, somebody shit in the pot and made it bad. Although in this case, this was not going to be saved by one or two tweaks. I feel like Forspoken could have been saved by a few tweaks in the story and the presentation. This was, by gosh, a lot of effort put into something that you guys were very passionate about, and I just have to respect that. But okay. Well, in case you need to see the last 5 minutes.
For you to order around. By the way, what will my job be when I become a synth?
Yeah, I see your last
nothing
comment, Larry.
serious, just an office worker or something like that.
But it's not true.
But he was
Pretty
a
soon it
huge
turns out
liar,
she's some
liar,
sort of
pants
fighter
on
person.
fire.
She ends up with a robot arm, and she ends up in a prison for war crimes.
And that's the real end of the game. What's Vivian's deal? Because she's got that whole show. Did you see that?
Show.
You didn't see?
Oh,
man,
wait, yeah, before I
check
sign
this
off
out.
to
They're
go
like- there's
have
like a
dinner,
cooking show
yeah,
with
I
Vivian.
almost
Vivian.
forgot.
Check
They
this
they
out.
had a little
My
side
name
thing.
is Vivian Niemandsverdriet.
Yeah,
And
this.
if you think you've recognized me from somewhere, it is because you did. Not that anybody cares anymore.
Oh, so the weaponsmith was an Olympic shooter.
I happened to win, and there I was, on my own. Reinventing my career and venturing into the world of entertainment as a celebrity chef was the best thing my agent had in mind.
So this is actually canon to the game?
Yeah. I thought you knew that going in.
What the fuck? Okay, and then she ends up working at a mercenary police station.
Yeah. Dude, nice subscriptions, dog.
Like,
that's all you need.
Okay.
Hey,
But-
it's your girl, Vivian Niemandsverdriet. Dear Vivian, my name is Gun.
Dude, what is this, like, fucking David Lynch kind of ARG stuff that's going on here? Where it's like, oh, by the way, we're also connected to this show where a character is in the TV show, but you know she's actually a real life person, and it's like, what is this?
Gunther, and I'm death row inmate B2155 at the Zakatsky Island Maximum Security Prison.
There is so much to unpack. Oh my god.
Let's unpack this.
Right?
Yeah.
I wish you had showed me this.
Like, I only got about like 5
I
minutes
brought
before
it
I
up
gotta
like
go out
twice,
for
and
dinner.
you always just like disregard me.
Whatever. I don't care about Vivian, I would say.
This is Doc, a living proof that Dostoevsky's characters are real people.
Better be.
Huh?
Wait, what?
Meet Detective Stone. She's a badass katana-wielding Hong Kong police officer.
Ah, yes,
Swiss
katana, the weapon of Hong Kong.
Standard.
By the way, they actually kind of explained the robot arm thing. Hey, wait a minute! But wait, they put her in the synth program, but they never represented her as a synth. So what was the point of putting her through the synth program if they were not? Dude. Okay.
Issue.
It's kind of funny, and it's not like we always understand what she's saying.
Yeah, this went in a weird direction. No shit. Yeah, that's kind of why it's fascinating in a way. This is like a weird ARG.
Dude, it is canon that they can't understand her. That's so
Do you
funny.
think it was written in? Like they went, oh, she'll have a funny accent, and that'll be unique about her character.
And it turned out everybody had a funny accent.
So this, yeah.
Oh, this is that the
waitress from the.
Oh yeah, they had a
Oh
little
my
anime
God.
promo
Right, so they
too.
fleshed all that out,
Because
too. I feel
Okay.
bad for this game now, because we spend the whole time ripping on it. They've got funny accents, but boy did they try.
This is it. This is it. Pause. That is Cortez, and that is Stone.
Look at this son of a bitch. Talking.
And he's white. I mean, also he's white.
yeah. Also, let's
That's
focus
canon,
on the
though.
fact that he's white.
Wait, did he just?
He did.
Oh.
Oh,
I like, okay.
that's
got five for that one.
That's
Some of this production stuff,
inexcusable.
you know, quite
I'm sorry, that
impressive.
was
They
like
did-
more than one frame. That was inexcusable. So yeah, I'm not gonna go as far as say hope somebody got fired for that, but it's not even one frame; it's multiple frames. That's pretty bad.
He didn't have to go to all this extra work.
They really didn't.
Tried.
Yeah, 100%.
They like 100% tried. It feels like the language barrier has been the main thing.
I feel like the language barrier has been this thing's biggest strength. Shut the hell up, all of you. I mean, yeah, they probably should have picked a better voice actor for their main character, but at the same time, why can't you just drink shit? It's like she's one of the most memorable parts of the game.
Otherwise, honestly, I think the voice actors.
Yeah.
I think the lead lady, they should have gone,
Oh.
sorry, love, it's just not working out.
Yeah,
And
and
someone
see,
was
they're
just too
talking
polite
about her
to
now.
say it.
Yeah.
Beans? What's the
I
deal
wouldn't
with
have
you and
replaced
this
her for
goddamn
anything.
soup? sushi
Ship.
and
That
cable?
goddamn ship.
Oh, I can go all night if you want me to.
He's so
I ain't
fun.
got all day. Here's what's going to happen next. My boys will get down here and start tearing your fucking carcass apart. Now make sure.
I think the best thing they could have done is keep her in the game.
I'm sure she's lovely in real life.
I'm gonna be real.
Yeah.
Shut the hell up, all this shit.
In the sequel.
Yeah.
Like, I could be the canteen worker. I'll say something like, there's pie.
Soup.
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 Beans.
Yeah, but no, look, I don't think I could actually be a voice actor. Those guys do a tough job. Because it would be like, oh, can I do this one kind of sarcastic? Like, every time.
Yeah, it'd be like, all right, so you're in a very serious, heartfelt scene. Frederick, the fighter in your party, he's just taken a poisonous dart to the neck. He's not gonna make it. Go.
Oh, Frederick. What's happened to your neck? Hey, I thought he was about to level up. Ruh-roh.
Frederick dies, and he's like, well, guys, that just happened.
Oh, Mr. B, you've leveled up your voice acting.
Oh, wow. Well, there was that one comment on one video one time that asked if you had paid for me to get voice training lessons. It's like, I
You think I'm paying him at all?
You think I'm paying him at all?
Is there anything else to say about this game before we close it for good?
Obviously, we will be refunding the game on Steam, but, you know, I hope they make some more stuff.
I'm so sure. Yeah, look, I hope they at least turn a profit and can make a sequel. You know what? I'm going to give this my official Jimquisition rating and give this a solid 7 out of 10, but I never played it, so...
You know what? I give it the full highest rating I can give. 10 out of 10. And it easily scores my badass seal of approval.
The
Fuck
problem
off.
is 20% of the audience is even going to get the irony. Like, please don't start doing the badass seal of approval.
Sure.
What other games would get the badass seal
And
of
a
approval?
badass seal of approval.
60% off Incogni. You son of a bitch, you done it again. Also, 40% on. That's an even better deal. Brought to you by War Thunder.
Okay, yeah, you got enough screen time out of me, man. That was a lot of fun. But now I have to go eat dinner with my family. Definitely a much earlier stream than I normally would do, so I'm going to be back at 6:30. So that's an hour from now. I'm going to be back, and I'm just going to do drawing again. Just doodle, watch internet videos. Weirdly enough, those get me the biggest hits. So I guess I'm just going to keep doing that. It feels lazy, but hey, you guys like it, so I'm gonna give you. I am but a man of the people, and I made my presentation a little bit nicer, so it's not quite as ugly. Oh, there he is. Yeah, I'm coming. That was my server, not my father that I live with.